Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the coach. He looks like a very handsome gentleman today. Justin Wilkes, right? Meta pusher, for those who don't know. How is the team feeling? How are you feeling going into what is assuredly the biggest moment in your Paladins esports history here?
We're really excited for the opportunity to prove ourselves. NAVi has been, the giant waiting at the end of the tunnel
Tater, what's
for
up, man?
pretty much every team in Paladins all year long, and we're really excited for the opportunity to take them on.
So, Justin, do you guys feel like you're David at this point? Is this the David Goliath story? Do you really feel like you're that much of a perceived underdog, or do you think that this is more of an even matchup, maybe even tilted in your favor than people are expecting back home?
I think that we're definitely the David in this situation, but where David has already faced Goliath once or twice, took some beatings, and so hopefully we've learned from those past opportunities.
That matchup actually already went David's way. I mean, we have records of that. David already did pretty well there. Last thing, obviously, this is a big
yeah, Potato, what's coming?
Your boys, obviously, probably a little nerves this morning. How is everyone feeling getting into this matchup? What were the just general consensus amongst the team?
Everybody's feeling great, man. Last time we had to play NAVi, we had to play Burrito right beforehand, so they got to watch us play them. This time we were able to fully prepare for NAVi and nobody else. Everybody's feeling really good. We got a nice big breakfast, stomach's full, ready to frag.
And you again, I gotta shout it out. You look good, man. Our guy Melvin at Men's Warehouse, he was hooking us up, but you just put this together yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's Meta Pusher special.
The Meta Pusher special, baby. Obviously, spending a little bit more time with you guys. We have that moment, but we will catch up with you later, hopefully in the post-game interview if you are the winners. Justin, congratulations for getting here, and good luck, man, in the finals.
Appreciate it.
All right, that's Meta Pusher for NV. We'll send it back to the desk and see if we can talk a little bit more, maybe NAVi next time.
It's looking pretty dapper here, including the Borker,
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Bitey lent it to us, so thank you for that one, bud. Yes, a little nervous, a little worried, I would imagine. I mean, they would have to be. This is a big moment for this North American squad.
I mean, when you look at the history that NAVi has been able to bring, a lot of wins this year internationally throughout the lands we've had, but during the last time they were on a stage like this, in a setting like this, NV were the ones that were able to come out on top. During Las Vegas, they were able to turn things around in their favor, and that's one of the few times we've gotten to see North America take that
let's
kind of win.
do
So they're probably
this.
feeling some similar vibes there.
Vox, you're Captain EU.
I really am.
You're really pushing it. The agenda.
I need a flag at this point.
You need a flag.
We got a
Look, I've got to rely on this before Brexit rolls around, and then I can't anymore. So
Okay, that's fair. An astute observation.
we got to go with that.
This NAVi roster, though, so much experience. They surely they're not feeling anything here.
I wouldn't expect them to be feeling any fear, any pressure again to what we were.
UZ, what's up?
I think that's what we're going to see today, but it's just going to be on a whole new level because NAVi, they play the same game that you play at home, just better than you in every regard, and we'll have to see if Team NV will pull out some cheese strats to maybe push them to the distance, or
all right, boys.
just have to go toe-to-toe with the basics.
You say they're just better than you. Some people say that this next guy might just be better looking than you. It is the one and only Phoenix who's actually going to be over at this stage right now. Let's get some thoughts from him.
Did they start the match already? What level are you right now? 248?
Are you the captain?
247?
I am the actual captain. Technically. I was going to say captain in spirit, at least, for this team. You have revitalized that thing, not as Finseer, in a way that nobody else expected that you would. Coming in that November fall in, having that appearance, and then after November, excuse me, winning.
What's up, Black Ops?
And now in the same year having a chance to
Why is my
back-to-back
screen
with
so
NAVi. How does it feel being here, man?
Dark.
It's still kind of surreal to me because like a lot of people expected us to be here, but of course I have my doubts sometimes. Looking at myself, I'm a very critical player, like self-critic, and I'm just very grateful to be here again.
I mean, you have a mind for the game, and a lot of people wouldn't know this because, they don't get a chance to sit down and talk, but you and I watched some games yesterday. You're breaking it down. You're telling me what went wrong, what went right. Is that what's going to push you guys over the edge? Do you think just your understanding of the game in this meta has just always been a little bit above everyone else you faced?
Actually
I think we
seen
play a very smart version of Paladins, but I think NV does the same thing, so it's going to be a very good matchup no matter what. I do think these two teams on stage right now are the top two.
I have surpassed the Knessa one trick by 2 levels. Oh, no, my Knessa level is 151. You need to be more specific with that.
And it's spunky to get that back-to-back back-to-back world champion.
I thought you meant account level. No, see, my account level is 247. Knessa's 151. No way you're past 151 with Nessa.
Time in a row, that's something in any esports that's unheard of. Like, it's crazy if you can do it, and I'm very grateful.
We're talking about account level. Account level is a bunch of people ahead of me. I really don't care. Account level, I don't play as much as I used to.
Goes back to back to back, and you repeat. Congratulations for getting here, man. A lot of work to be done now, but we're excited to see what happens.
Thank you.
All right, Phoenix from NAVi.
Thank you so much for that one, Rain Day. And yes, history will be made either way, whether it's a North American team winning the Paladins World Championship or the back-to-back-to-back for Spunky or the back-to-back for NAVi. There's just a lot to be had here. It's going to be an exciting game either way. I think everyone here is going to be treated to some real exquisite Paladins. But you said that NAVi are going to play...
Why do they still have his dog up there? What's his name?
But what about NV? I want to get your thoughts on NV. How do you think NV are going to play against NAVi in this
Is it too quiet? You guys want it louder or what?
So realistically, what I think that NV are going to do here is just go toe-to-toe with the basics again. We're going to see this kind of rock, paper, scissors style drafting come on through. We might see a few of the flavor picks. We know that Eevee's been a really big component in this tournament for, again, NAVi and especially NV during yesterday's set. So we're probably going to see some of that. But ultimately, what we're seeing right now is two teams whose skill in Paladins is so up there, it's so out there, that all of these little divergences from champion trends that we've seen, such as Ying winning a lot through the placement rounds, that curve is being flattened out entirely. We saw NAVi just run over people with Maldama yesterday. Every little
I never watched NAVi play at all this season.
NAVi might have is basically a 50-50 at this point. It really could just come down to who plays better on the day, but ultimately we know that NV have some of the best fraggers in game and some amazing aggressive frontline players.
Very true.
You want 81 on Nessa? Good for you, man. How many levels did you buy, though?
This war will partake. Map 1 will be Splitstone Quarry. All right, so interesting map here to start things up. Lots of sight lines, wide open spaces. Gore, your thoughts?
Well, it's one of the few that you're going to have. I mean, Splitstone Ascension Peak still available for them, but Ice Mines has been banned out, Timber Mill has been banned out, Frozen Guard has been banned out. This one, to me, is going to be a perfect swing right into...
About 15, I think,
looking at the aim. I mean, Rock Monkey, one of the reasons he's been remembered, one of the things that has been good for NAVi has been playing on this map and looking at their aim. They were able to beat Nocturnes on this map last year in their Game 7 in the semifinals, but when it comes
the man
to
Mewtwo?
being able to fight at a long range, I can't think of anyone better to have on your side than Rock Monkey.
And you know, for me, this feels like the opening map that we might have actually seen coming around a couple of times. We saw it for the NV set first of all yesterday. We know that this is NAVi's map pick as well. We'll have to see if they want to go first or second here. Usually it's first pick, actually, if you have that opportunity right at the start of things. But this, to me, feels like a very neutral staging ground for both teams. There's no particular pocket strategy.
Man,
which
Rubu.
team might pull out on here beyond maybe Muta running a Vivian, and both teams will be expecting that.
Well, onwards to the picks and bans, and we're going to start with NAVi's ban phase here. Let's see what they opt to remove from
The crowd is going nuts. How many people are watching this?
And I have to kind of shake my mind.
Only 800.
On console and
Really?
Kind of get back to the
First ban Sky.
No first ban Sky, no second ban Victor. You're gonna get the Torvald, the Khan on NV side, the Lian goes as well, and the Makoa. Basic bans from what we've seen throughout the weekend here in Atlanta, and the coveted Inara first pick for NAVi.
Inara.
It's not too surprising to see Inara go first. Lazy loves Inara, and it's just been such a prominent pick through pretty much all of the fall.
25,000 in the Paladins mixer, probably waiting for that Fury skin. I just really don't care, to be honest. I don't play Fury enough.
High priority to be able to grab up first, because then you force your opponent, especially without a Leon, to think about how hard they want to counter. Is it going to be worth a Willow? And do you want to pick it up as early as you can?
So we get the Fernando for NV, and we know that NV like to grab this Fernando. This has been kind of
Ruckus, yeah. Ruby's gonna play that Ruckus.
Teams that grab the Inara multiple times and just said, oh yeah, you can have Inara. We will take Fernando. And they also take Ruckus here as well.
Well, realistically, this is just a very good, strong bully frontline from Envy. It's what we saw them run and really prioritize. Yesterday we saw Rubu do some incredible things on Fernando and Tolkien take up that Ruckus pick, which is more unusual from what we've seen so far. But I'm liking what Navi are answering back with here. They have the Cassie. She's great anti-flank potential with Impulse. Also deals very well with front lines with big game here. So Navi, they're just not...
Matthew, what's up, man?
Right now, their draft is core neutral, and it is a very, very versatile setup for two flex picks last of all.
Ying's always gonna be pick. I think Ying and Meldamba both have like 96% pick.
Coming in hot, and it will be the Eevee. We saw
Eevee?
the impact that Eevee had yesterday. In those
71% win rate. Jesus.
One of the things that Eevee has going for her, other than just the ability to change the pace of the game, is the fact that she's very rhythm-based, and when you can get into the backline, you deal with someone like Cassie or Vivian who really can't run away from you that easily, you can blast them down, and I feel like Random Noob found that stride yesterday. He was forced to against SSG, and so bringing it in here, I think, is a perfect shoe-in, although they did have to kind of show their hand early on.
Do you feel like everyone's getting what they want here?
Yeah, very much so. Navi have Vivian and Ash to round out the lineup. Envy are probably going to pick a Victor here, which is what we've seen them do again and again. They might go for a Drogo's, but they need
Anessa! Oh, yeah.
Surprised by this.
Come on, Rock Monkey.
Victor's frag grenade to be able to soften up the Vivian for Eevee to go in and blast them down once your deflector shield is out. But potentially, Canessa can take a one-shot kill onto that Vivian.
I mean, the admins have always mentioned that they love standing behind Rock Monkey when he plays, because at first it was like maybe something's going on, but his aim is just incredible. Him on Canessa is going to be a treat to watch.
Rock Monkey on Canessa is pretty good.
All right, gentlemen, real quick, give me a name. Who's going to win game one?
Navi.
Navi. Envy. Okay, the desk is split as predicted here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start the grand finals of the Paladins World Championship. Let's send it over to you.
He kind of sounds like Pretty Hair.
And Rain Day.
Thank you, Golden Boy. Let's make some noise. It's Paladins, baby. The World Championship. They have waited.
The quality is really bad, actually.
Gone for so many months, Nick, trying to get to this moment. And these are the two teams that have battled here. Just what a story. I think we're all just respectful of everyone and the talent that is on
Yeah, the sprays. Everyone just spray. Eagle Eye. Yeah, see, this is before the patch for Eagle Eye. So Eagle Eye still has 50%.
Extremely comfortable. Team Envy taking a small risk, I think, picking up this Canessa, but these risks are going to have to pay off if they're going to have a prayer against Navi.
And I actually like the risk, Nick. I wanted to talk about that Vanessa early on because Mood2 and Navi have done this 2 times now. They've drafted the Vivian. I called it when we were talking a little bit before the desk. And Random Noob already starts off. Mood2, see you later. Not having a 17.5 KDA this game. And I think Random Noob TV's on another level, but Phoenix fires right back and finds one under roof.
Noob making sure he keeps the pressure up on a Phoenix.
Random Noob's actually pretty good. I didn't realize how good he was on the Eevee.
Definitely starting off hot for Team Envy.
There's a reason we call him that bad man. He just does it like nobody else can on the blasters as well, putting on pressure. But meanwhile, not a sincere still have 48% on the objective. To get in low again, and Noob takes him down. He's trying to get alive, and if he can get out of this, Rock Monkey's got him covered. That would be a huge play.
Oh, is he gonna get out? He actually got out. Holy shit.
Does find creative. Envy just managing to get onto the payload now and even up the score here. Shoutouts to Lazy for keeping Navi in it when they're not winning this fight anywhere else.
I mean, Rock Monkey is going to be the big problem. Look at how much focus has been on Random Noob. This Eevee was amazing, but Vanessa really puts Funky and the rest of Navi in a quandary. But there's Mood2, the Terminator T1000 activates.
They look good, dude.
A little late, and that's going to put Envy on the board ahead of the world champs.
Navi's map pick, but it is
Oh.
payload of the game here. Random Noob is going off. Mood2 manages to shut down Rock Monkey despite the headhunter ultimate being popped here. Navi not quite looking themselves.
Rock Monkey, yeah, Rock Monkey's not looking good right now. But Random Noob is actually doing work.
These teams will be tested. They will be tired by the end of this mentally.
See, I see this, and I just want to play Eevee all the time.
We've seen so many teams kind of crack under that pressure because at a certain point you run out of drafts and run out of strategies, but these are the 2 teams that don't. These are the teams that have always had an answer, even in the game 7s. And you look at
Talkie's on the Ruckus. I thought Ruby would have been on the Ruckus.
Game 7 to put them into the finals last year or earlier this year. This is, I believe, where Envy won their first land win Game 7 against, I believe, in Vegas, and that was one of the biggest upsets I think that you could have had. Started that horrible kind of train for Fnatic, obviously, but man, oh man, just an incredible performance here on this.
He's dead. Talkie, get the fuck out, dude. How did he? I like I'm so surprised sometimes because they're like. Like sometimes I'm just like, dude, like these guys are 100% dead.
Still on a 6-3, waiting for the heal, but it just doesn't come in time. So they have a minute, a little bit of time to chill out, think of a plan. NV have looked good thus far, and this dichotomy of the pressure of the flank of Jeby is opening up so much for Rock Monkey. That's what I wanted to comment on earlier. I thought this was a brilliant switch up to something they had been watching NAVi do and have success with Vivian.
Pretty scary given the success of Jeby early on.
How the hell did he hit that, dude?
Late game, right, where he starts to come online. Might have been struggling to find targets early on, given the lack of anti-heal at the base kit for Jeby, but he has been very successful early on. Body block.
Oh, you missed it, dude! Come on.
But that's a lot of damage for Jeby to be eating.
But you know what? That was an incredible, I think, just dodge as well from Phoenix, just to be able to go up and back. And Rock Monkey almost had the shot. If he's firing on all cylinders, I think Jeby are 2-0ing this, but they still got 15 seconds to put it all together. Yin clone spawning, giving the heals over to Phoenix, who's going to pressure out Random Noob. Can he wait that long? He can't. Noob gets the heal. There's the Hexafire from Solti. He wants to push this through. NV are going for it.
There it is. 2 more kills on the backside of the fight.
Jaden, what's up, man? That did nothing. Nice rock.
That is a man who's looking for his back-to-back-to-back, but this time he's getting sent back to base.
Don't. Come on, dude.
They're doing it well.
Pop the headhunter.
The shield can't buy enough time. There's Lazy. Rock Monkey finds him. They're looking for one more big headshot.
Damage reduction keeps Lazy alive for a little bit in. Rock's going in. Transporter, the headhunters pop the damages on the battlefield. Noob flying around like a crazy guy up in the sky there. There's the fear coming out onto Creatives. Overtime burning in favor.
Look at the health. He's got 200 health.
Everyone on the side of NV have gambled. They've used ultimates, and it seems like the defender's advantage is going the way of not a sincere.
Why is someone else with your channel? What do you mean?
Stalwart that was. It was NV making the play and not coming out on top. Credit to NAVi for an excellent use of their skills to just buy time. And of course, Rock Monkey went in, but he couldn't quite find the headshots when he needed to. Still an impressive performance in round 1.
This is the World Championships, dude. What are you talking about?
Spent a couple of resources and moved to a little bit of a smirk, I think, in the middle of the round. But this first round was all about Random Noob. He was able to find the first 2 or 3 kills, top damage in the round by a decent margin. And this is really, really surprising to see from a flanker in general, but Jeby nonetheless.
The range she's gonna play.
And this is important now, you know, with that early capture objective, you see the ability for Mr. Hayes to go into things like Chronos, which are so important for Aldamba, to have your Gord up as much as possible, to have your mending spirits as much as possible, although Eerie present, shout out to that in case you missed. He's now able to get the Haven, and that is going to allow him a little bit of wiggle room, or a little bit of slither room in case the Vivian does get aggressive like we've seen 2-2 drop on the floor, but now it's Lazy on the point. And you have a choice here.
Rock's already found the first pick onto Spunky, and that is huge. These one-shot potentials from Eagle Eye Canessa, that's what she brings. Rock's already
change your target, dude. Can't just sit there.
Already rocking and rolling, but Random Noob will go down. That's a lot of pressure alleviated from Navi's backline.
I mean, Creatives is really going to be the key to this because he's the mid-range champion. Kresnik, he kind of named this the Power Ranger, right? The mid-ranger. He's so good at finding these little cubbies, getting in, getting out, applying damage that's meaningful. The shield comes up from Rubu, 1700 a tick. That's the record.
He's just staring. You gotta look somewhere else, dude. Like, hit the Zanara or something, dude.
Out forced, you might even say. Rubu goes into the Immortal here, trying to bail his boys out, but Phoenix has the angle. Creatives has the angle. Random Noob is just trying to put the pieces back together.
What an incredible showcase here.
Should have ice blocked that.
Using his utility of the shoulder bash, the battering ram, the ability to stay alive during that 90% damage reduction. And there's not a lot of CC to counter in on Envy. At least the Aldamba stun, and they can't find it. NAVi now take the lead here on Splitstone.
One of the things that makes NAVi such a dangerous team is the rate at which they can adapt. I mean, you see them come out swinging. Team Envy hit NAVi with something they're a little bit uncomfortable with, clearly, but already in the second round, you're seeing positioning change.
Jesus, dude.
What is happening change. NAVi know exactly what they want to be doing every single time, and they have a very versatile composition to do it.
Random Noob, you can see how successful he was in round 1, but that still was a fight that NAVi put in. Random Noob has to play like this all game long if they want a chance to take down these world champions who are defending their title here.
That Nar needs to die.
This defense will hold for now.
That Navi skin though, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Get back together. What are you looking at here as the most important turning point for both teams?
The biggest turning point for me is once once the wreckers start to come online even harder for NAVi, NAVi relies heavily on the shielding to keep their frontliners alive. You can already start to see creatives chunking 1,700 a shot into that Fernando shield. It's not the end of the world, but it's something that NAVi have to be aware of. Realize I do not have the same staying power as I did in the earlier rounds. Things are going to be falling quicker and quicker.
And you can tell, look at this, I mean, Ruckus is just in a serious position when Cassie is available, so they have to find a way to deal with creative. He's not going to get the healing unless Spunky wants to go Illusory Rift, but it's not available. We're seeing been a big part of this meadow.
He went Impulse, didn't he? I think he went Impulse.
So good, they qualified out of it, so they are playing a lot of their games now.
Oh, dang.
Boy, Creative's playing his game right now. Former years MVP, and he's looking good today. Mutu with a double, and that's putting NAVi in the driver's seat.
Surprised that we don't see Talkie continue to pressure out Mutu.
Kness is not really doing a lot.
Yeah.
And you can't let Vivian gas pedal you for very long. Rock has the vision. He knows he's being flanked in this area. Won't be able to land the headshot there. Shield popped immediately. Mutu gets out from safety. If he's allowed to get to that spot, that corner, he's going to win the round from there.
This is big. Random Noob and Tolkien combined to find a kill on the Mutu, and that is a problem. That is for sure. Creative now getting the Ice Storm, but look at the healing Spunky. He is on point. Illusory Rift. Now NAVi, it's their turn to try to go for it. So far, so good, but that's an early kill. In an overtime, I'm sure they wish was extended, but they may not make it here as Rubu finds creative.
It's a big ultimate.
They're not making that, dude. They're done.
Spunky, Random Noob barely into the ice block here, but he's buying so much time. Mutu is simply not available to help out the front line here. Lazy goes down, and it will be a team MVP.
Nice.
One ultimate pops for either side.
We said this is going to be close, but man, oh man, is it. These two teams both spinning ultimates.
NAVi's map pick too.
What does that tell you? To me, it says they are willing to take risks here to win it all, man.
Yeah, they're spending their...
What's Rock? 8-5, 8-3?
I think quicker to charge ultimates. Illusory Rift is used more often than not pretty liberally. Ying is going to be building basically straight into morale boost because any healer that can get to their...
They got what shield, dude? There's no shields.
Loadout cards, of which Ying is one. She goes straight into morale boost. She gets her ultimate up very, very liberally. Rock is sort of the same. He's going to be able to get a ton of poke damage out. And Kanessa charging her ultimate very, very...
Yeah, Knessa's got a lot of poke, I guess, but I don't see him actually getting a lot of kills.
Playing well if you
That's
look
the
at
only
JD, but if you look at what they've done for this team, it's been instrumental in keeping these point fights alive. Phoenix has basically held down that left side. This time they all go right. Phoenix going in, shoulder bash, gonna hit his head. If things get bad, but they don't, just use the shield.
Great angle from Nessa there.
And that's what's been holding NAVi back from pushing over to the high.
Let him push.
He wants to control it, so does Rubu. The kinetic burst just battering back and forth. Two front lines shielded to the teeth.
Let him push.
Budge an inch, but nobody will move.
Reload, Rock.
First blood onto Random Noobs, now 54% running away with it. So to speak, NAVi are looking good. They throw down ultimates to make sure they maintain control of the backline. Rubu drops the Immortal, and the Hexafire comes
Oh, that was a good.
Another, that quadra kill yesterday, and here's Phoenix getting in on the party. The front lines are doing.
They're not even touching point.
Alive on the Inara on point, but Phoenix is low. He's used all his resources.
Gotta hit those.
But guess what's about to come up, Nick? 15% from Illusory Rift.
Absolutely. Massive healing cooldown about to come online for NAVi. Rock's hunting for it. The Headhunters pop. One shot could be the end of Creatives, but he knows it. He's not going to take that risk. He rolls out into the open here. The carbine fire is not enough.
And that won't do it. They are going to fall, and NAVi will have to retreat.
He looks so slow. He looks so slow. Like, it's just, it irritates the shit out of me. He looks like he's playing on a controller.
I don't know, you get a kill. We use an Ice Storm. Nick, what's the play here? Do you shut down this whole channel? Do you go for Phoenix? Do you try to get a backline damage deal?
Lazy's far too close. The gas pedals push.
Is Sarah's a good healer? Compared to the other two healers right now, not really.
Thank you very much, Ying.
Oh, and that's too much. That is too much for him to handle. Spunky finds Random Noob, and now Phoenix going in the backline. Tolkien needs a big burst of rockets, but he can't find it. Rock Monkey, you are the only one left as Rubu finds Lazy. It's point v point, but they've got their healers. Everyone is battling. This one is 99 to 91.
92, 93. This Immortal charging up, climbing higher.
Oh, he fell.
Rubu needs it now. Rubu's going to go down. Mutu gas pedaling. He's got to reload. He's out of bullets. The overtime's burning. Lazy's healthy, but he is surrounded by NV.
Whoever takes this one is possibly going to push this into game number one's victory, and it looks like Team Envy from North America could do it, but Lazy with a
Oh, Vanessa, dude. Oh, the stun. The stun. Oh, Jesus Christ. The stun, dude. Holy shit. That was clutch, dude.
I love what I'm seeing here. These two teams are putting on a show. Absolute phenomenal Paladins being played right now on
DK stun's annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of CC immunity you can get now, though. It's not too bad now. Oh, Ness is dead.
The only weakness that Navi
Oh!
has is that they are predictable. You can sort of lead them into their power picks.
Okay, my stomach doesn't feel like that. That was insane. I want to know if he's got reload at all.
But sometimes that's the only way.
Big fight here for Noob and Creatives. He's going to get the better end of that, so Navi will continue to push back. Go to about half court here with a minute 17 left on the push.
Ooh, bye Spunky.
Monkey finds Spunky. Wait, that is a bad problem here. They don't even have a illusory rip. Phoenix could go down here. This could start the stagger. They've got to finish up before Spunky's back.
36 health. You get so lucky all the effing time, dude. It's crazy.
6 HP. This is the hardest choke to break. They've broken it. Lazy looks like he actually wants to go toe-to-toe here with Toki. The wall will go up. Toki, you can't go that way. You got to get out of this situation here. He's got about 1,000 HP.
Shouldn't have popped it.
Immortals popped as well. Envy want to keep
In my opinion.
They want to go for the throw at heaven. They want to end the game.
Noob goes for 2. Noob trying to light it up here and go for 3. The triple kill not on the board now, but he's got to find Spunky. He has to finish off this support. That is the only way you can guarantee Envy pushing this. Lazy just respawning now. Not as Vincier, the defending world.
He needs to put his thing down there. I don't want to see this shit. Give me the game, dude.
The payload continues to push through. Lazy comes back up and it's an ice storm from Noob. Is he going to use it? Are they going to use their ult here and try to finish off the game?
To the back line there, Spunky narrowly escapes.
They need to.
He's coming out. Random Noob feeling good. Envy is coming around the corner with confidence. They have resources.
They're also on Noob. Don't use it.
There is a defensive point on the line here. 1 for 1 so far. That's going to be in favor of the defense.
And I like this though. I think Tolkien and at least Rock staying alive is a big deal. Creatives in the back line. Look at this rotation. Dread surfing from Mr. Hayes. Hexa fire. Rubu, he's going to get stunned, but yet they're using ultimates. Navi are scared. Envy are coming.
They wasted it.
Like dogs, and they smell fresh meat. Overtime zigging away. Mutu finds Tolkien, but Rock Monkey.
Right in front of you! Right in front of you!
He plants the battle standard. 8 seconds of damage immunity on the point. Isn't enough to stall this one out. Knocking Fernando away from the objective. Overtime is up.
Oh, they're done.
Someone's got to get in here from Envy. It is a dog pile on the payload, but it will be Navi holding on and forcing a 3-3.
That EV right before should have dropped his ice block right at their door. Right at their door. He waited because he wanted to use it on the healer, but he should have used it right at the door. Would have staggered him enough. Kess could have popped the Eagle-Eye. Fair pickings would have took down 2 and would have had him enough to just put it in. I think they messed up there, in my opinion. But again, I'm not the amazing player, but yeah. Look at the stun. Oh, dude.
It's all basically equalized here. Both teams spending a lot of big cooldowns there.
What's he using? 4, 2, 3, 3, 3. Open season 3. Of course he's using. I don't like the card. I don't like open season, especially at this level of play.
Everything else under 50%. Almost you can say the same thing about.
Look on how much times he actually is going to use the open season.
He's got almost the only ultimate out of the gate that is going to be able to be used. There it is. Immortal fully charged. How will Envy use their lead?
And we know that Rock Monkey can get advantage, take advantage of that immortal status.
Oh.
Able to be on this high ground next to Ruben. That's why they're holding left so well. Lazy already half health, and he's forced off the point. This is the first objective that they have had to pull Lazy back this early. Tolki feels the pressure, and Rock Monkey knows he drops to the low ground. He's still got the transporter though, so he can get back up if he needs it.
Rubu putting the heat on Creatives. He finds the first blood in the round. He still has his ultimate as well. Rubu doesn't even need the ultimate.
Oh no, they got it.
The PGS coming up huge for him.
And now Mutu is in the back line. This Vivian is about, her days are about numbered here because she cannot survive if Envy just sneak her out. But there they go. Rock Monkey turns his attention around, and maybe, just maybe, this has bought enough time. Will this crazy flank, this desperate play from Mutu somehow turn the tide for Navi? And they find Random Noob.
It misses though. That's a huge misplay from Random Noob. Now the wall goes up. Lazy's on the objective, climbing back. Wall drops. Seismic crash goes out. It finds Rubu, and Creatives will clean it up.
The illusory rift as well. Spunky keeping everyone alive.
Oh, are they actually gonna lose this? They messed up hard, dude.
That's why they're world champs. But look at this. Headhunter is activated. Rock Monkey going for the kill now, and so is Immortal. But they've got to touch 96%. 99 Navi.
They messed up. They fucking messed up that so bad.
By Mutu. He flanks with the lowest mobility champion in the game. The slow march to the back line, and I think that distraction is just barely enough.
They shouldn't have chased Mutu like that.
Could have been made there from Team Envy. I think maybe. How much do you know, right? We have
got super aggressive there and, you know, took that advantage and made something of themselves there, that could have been a different story.
They had that. They 100% had that.
Opportunities missed, but you can't say you didn't swing. And that's what I think NAVi will have to hold their heads high about. Not as sincere, show why they are the defending champs. Despite NAVi's performance, they still grab game one. Let's send it back to the desk, break it down.
And NAVi get game one in the books. NAVi so close, but NAVi never, ever count them out. Welcome back to the Alienware Analyst Desk, folks, as we break down game one and get set up for game number two. And this is where, if you're an NAVi fan, if you're NAVi on that stage right now, you have to kind of knock yourself out of this. Because I felt personally that if NAVi wins game one, game two is pretty suspect. This is the game that NAVi need to win. If they don't, if they go down 2-0 at the start of this series,
Was it NAVi that lost last year? No, they won the whole thing last year. Black Ops, that's why they got the skins. Or sorry, yeah, NAVi's the one who won the whole thing.
They are very good at changing from map to map. Like, they don't let it tilt them too badly. So even if they go down 3, they can usually collect themselves for game 4, right? In my mind, it is that kind of scenario where it's like, if you get one game here, if you can push it to at least 5, I feel like NAVi can start warming themselves up. Then they push it to 6. Then you go into game 7, and I feel like that's the way it would go for them to find their victory. But if NAVi, like you said, kind of keep their steam rolling, I mean, they're just going to steamroll.
Now, to NAVi's credit though, Vox, they caught NAVi off guard at the beginning of the game. The EV plays were amazing, just diving in and out,
Yeah, he did good. Ryan did really good, actually.
That was really peeling everyone away from the rest of the activity that was going on. But they were able to adjust. NAVi were able to adjust, and this is just a testament to this roster.
Yes, and again, you can look at the
17-4.
Noob has here, thanks to the stats we got on screen right now. 14, the highest on their team, and that's by and large due to the adjustment that comes through from creatives as well as the focus through from Phoenix. Creatives playing the Impulse Cassie has some of the best counter flank potential in game on this pick, and that adjustment to make sure that pick was prioritized.
How much more damage Random Noob got? Take more than. Where's Bugsy? Bugsy got out. Bugsy's a Fnatic, and he's. They lost to G2, I think. First round.
And yet NAVi still not able to get that win.
And one of the weird things about it was it wasn't just Knessa and EV. You would kind of expect them to be up there in the damage, but you have Rubu putting his name in that 100,000 damage. I mean, he was almost at the 120 or 120k mark. The same
Bugsy's not
and that's why
like old Bugsy anymore. Like Bugsy doesn't play the Drogos and stuff. He's not.
But it kind of felt as though they had a
He's not good anymore. I shouldn't say he's not good. He's just not the old Bugsy.
He's the side. Tolkien is going to be playing the Inara, something to stand on the point, maybe a Barrack. But this time he was on that ruckus, so it was a weird dynamic for them. It was all aggression all the time, and it feels like they tripped up because of it.
Well, let's find out who your Steel Series MVP for Game 1, the grand finals of the Paladins World Champion was, and
really?
Creatives, and you have to commend him for the adjustments that he made dealing with this Eevee that was just really a thorn on their side this whole game.
And you know what? If Creatives hadn't made those adjustments, Creatives would probably be the reason why NAVi could have lost that set right there. And let's talk about why. A few fatal missteps, especially on payload defense by
1.3 KD.
For example, on that second push from NAVi, steps down off the high ground to try and chase a damage dealer, doesn't just shoot and take out the support, which is sitting there behind everyone, and in the end almost throws that. Only respawn proximity keeps them in the game, but again, in the second round and that fourth round, the adjustment of the target prioritization that came on through allowed them to stay in the fight.
And you have to make those adjustments against NAVi, or else they will run away with the game. It was looking like that was going to be the K-score. It looked like NAVi were starting off so strong, but now we go to our next map pick, and it's going to be Bright Marsh. Close quarters, lots of activity, lots of action. Gore, your initial thoughts on this map too?
Kind of a huge swing in play style from what you see from Splitstone Quarry, but I expect NAVi to kind of go for a similar draft. I mean, one of the things Vox had said going into that Splitstone Quarry draft was that everything was very neutral for them. They get a Nara, they get Cassie, they get Ying. They don't show that they're going to be doing anything special, and then admittedly when they close it out, it's nothing too specific. It's just
Bright Marsh,
generic draft that they just know how to play.
Just good play
and it works
through,
just as well on Bright Marsh.
So do you think that NAVi don't really change much here for Bright Marsh, Fox?
I think it's very neutral again. If you look at the semifinals that we had yesterday, both of the teams playing actually won their Bright Marsh games. Now, it was damn sight closer for NAVi than it was for, of course, NAVi when they were playing versus Fnatic. But now this time around, I think they're going to want to keep it relatively neutral again. It was overall a close game, and one of the predominant reasons why NAVi took a fall in that last one is they didn't back away from the objective and they didn't deal with Mutu. They weren't able to at that point because of the positive pressure coming through from the rest of NAVi. I might expect a little bit of draft funk coming through on here. But for the most part, I'm expecting, again, a relatively regimented draft. We're looking at the early bans of Frontline specifically, and then maybe from NAVi some more focus onto creatives.
Talkie.
Because right now, whilst they were
has he got a heat pad?
They needed to, early on, they felt like the weak link.
Do we get Grok?
I feel like if anyone is going to pull it out, it would be NAVi. Like, I don't think NAVi are putting that in their wheelhouse, but I feel like NAVi could definitely pull that out because that's been one of the weird weak links that NAVi have had over this last couple days. They've also
ban the Cassie. Okay.
Map every single time. Usually it will come through right here, but they are very adept at making those adjustments. Same thing goes for NAVi with Meta Pusher behind them. And the things like the Cassie ban are just a good example of that.
Do you think they take Leanne first here so that this way you kind of deny them that
in this game, you win.
They actually do. And I was going to say it's a little bit up in the air right now because I think, again, we can see from the ban which NAVi came out with, this Cassie, which through the World Championship alone, by the way, has a 60% win rate. They're looking for the Leon right now. It's a creatives pick. And what did I say about creatives might be the weak link which NAVi can exploit. They look like they're pursuing this and they might be just stripping the picks away from him as he's more limited than the rest of the diverse cast of players which NAVi have.
But they took away NV's comfortable Fernando. No Fernando for the point. They grab Inara, they grab Fernando. But NV are saying, you want to go with the front line? You want to ban the front line? Go ahead. We will take the damage. We'll take
they don't need to pick the front lines.
We'll hang out in the back and do damage. We'll take the EV who will dive into you, and then we'll get the Ying. We'll worry about the front lines later.
Well, here's the thing with frontline. NV now know that they can just very reliably, unless they want to go triple DPS, which I doubt they will do here, they can get Ashe and they can get Ruckus, and those are two picks which NV are fully comfortable on. That's why with, again, the diversity of champions which the frontline players, especially on NAVi
Shaolin.
as a Shaolin pick comes on through, you
really
can outpick and outdraft the frontline players on this team. You
100% win rate, 1% pick rate, baby.
But there we go. The damage dealers which are going to make the difference this time around.
And for me, that is all, again, you're looking at creatives. You had mentioned banning out
1%.
to play to that role. You take the Leanne away, but Shaolin was what he was playing last HRX, last
MVP,
PWC
baby.
that gave him that MVP. It's the reason he was able to come through and show so much. And because people
I've seen no Shaolin in years. I don't know why he fell out.
So, interestingly enough, we have NV running that draft. They have Leon, Eevee, Ying, Barak, and Ruckus. They didn't take the Fortress Breaker Ashe. This is maybe to do with the fact that deployables might just be a better block at this point.
Tyra.
Shaolin arrows coming through.
Yeah, good adjustment there, and
maybe a Tyra.
Phoenix is probably just goofing over there.
Well, it's a very big possibility, actually, because of what Firebomb can potentially do to deny this deployable Nightmare, but when there is maybe a Drogoz or a Willow still available, the utility which they can provide...
They should go Willow? I don't know.
Is probably more valuable. It's risky into the Leon, but I mean, if you look at creators playing Shaolin,
Willow maybe.
would not be unusual here.
And no, we just got Jebaited. Dumb heart. It's going to be the Indroxes picked up there. All right, gentlemen, the draft is set. Gore, what do you like on Bright Marsh?
I'm still feeling envy. I think Ruckus, Barak, and Eevee have something really big to bring, and we've seen what FRZ God can do with Leon on this map. I expect Rock Monkey to bring something similar.
I would have loved to see maybe a Blaster come out last of all. I think the Navi might have hurt themselves.
Actually, never mind. I think Willow should have came out.
Damage, and therefore, I am going to buck the trend. And I think that NB has the
I thought this is Stone Keep for some reason.
The execution is going to be important. Let's send it over to your
yeah, but she could just shoot through that window without being hit by Leon though.
Thank you, Golden Boy. Game 2 underway here. It is Bright Marsh, and I think Random Noob has had a pretty good warm-up against a good flank player, or a good player in general on the Eevee, and that was FRZ God yesterday. 3-shot in the midair. Yeah. So I think he'll be ready for Mutu's Andro. But
yeah, Andro could just punch.
Ready enough? That's the question.
But he's not going to go the punch card. He's going to go headshot card, because it's still headshots. Is he gonna run recurve? Yeah, he's running recurve.
On the biggest stage. I like the 1v1 matchups though for both of the frontliners for creatives. It's just a matter of him staying safe though, and Random Noob has not made that easy.
And the availability of Scorch and how Phoenix will play this Fernando means that going away from the Drogos puts Blast Shield into not really the territory you would expect.
Shaolin's good to deal with an Eevee, though. I will admit that.
More dangerous. And look at this, already Tolkien getting those shields shredded. Shaolin, one of the best in the business at shredding shields because he hits so hard, it scales so well. And there he goes into the lane and cancels it immediately as Rock Monkey finds him in the sight.
Tolkien is definitely going to have to be the one that adjusts the most here. This Shaolin pressure on a
Nautilus is just, look, they're already 80%.
is going to be immense. First blood comes through, quickly answered. Back Random Noob and Mutu both take a seat.
And it looks like it was interesting. The damage dealers find the flanks each respectively on both Navi and Envy. Lazy trying to get back on the point. Navi are so
Why'd you
good.
peek out, Rock Monkey? What the hell was that?
Big kill from Creatives on Shaolin. Double kill from Creatives. The last year's MVP here at Worlds is still going.
You're not using Desert Shadow, dude. Why'd you?
One of the fastest charging ultimates in the game as well. Heat Haze makes you draw your bow a little bit faster.
2 shots and he's dead.
Move quicker, and you're
I think they're gonna
invisible
stomp
the
him in
entire
this.
time. You only reveal yourselves for half a second every time you take a shot, but it's a very, very liberal ultimate, one you expect to be popped multiple times this game.
And I feel like Envy are going to have to solve this problem. And this problem is Lazy on Inara on the objective. Every single fight, 84%, 50%.
They need to ban the
60%
Inara.
And it's just giving these players who are too good too much of an advantage.
That's pretty much what it says to me after game number 1. You've got 4 people in 6 figures from Team Envy in game number 1. They win the game because of Lazy's just constant pressure on the objective, not giving Envy a single inch here. Some trouble though, Creatives goes with the stealth. For the arrows on a Ruckus.
And it looks like Mutu found a kill. We know the Leon in light.
You're dead, Tolkien.
And that means Mutu is ready to take on the fight there, but Rubu actually finds a couple random noob. I think gets a triple there, Nick. And it's a big weight for.
They should just let her jump off. It would take longer.
4K there for random noob. That's a lot of credits in hand. Flankers received their bonus credits by getting the killing blows, damage dealers for doing damage, frontliners for being on point, healers for healing, obviously. Despite losing the objective, Random Noob is poised to overtake Mutu in net worth.
And that is a rare thing that we will see, although it happens, I'm sure, quite a lot. We don't catch it on camera. He went back to base and bought 9 of them. He just went and bought, I believe it has to be cauterized too, I would imagine. Yep. And there it is. Has 74 credits remaining. That was perfect timing for your point as well. 56 here. Nice presence, but it misses. As Rock Monkey woken up a little slower today.
Yeah, he's not looking great right now.
On this NAVi composition, the Seismic Crash and the Dread Serpent here. Hopefully Envy have some CCR in their loadouts, dropping the Dome Shield here.
Creatives is looking really good on that shell.
Rubu is doing his best to try to hold down the Random Noob, taking advantage of it and dying immediately. Navi have applied so much pressure to Team Envy. It seems like North America is falling by the wayside, but still 25 seconds left. Rock Monkey and the rest of Envy are getting themselves back and ready to defend, but I don't know, Nick, if this will be enough. At least it is for now, but still 17.
Yeah, they'll get this point, I think. Oh yeah, it's Rock Monkey doesn't look great. Oh, that was a good shot. Inara should die. Ooh. How is he not dead? Oh, he went stealth. I was like, what the heck?
There's just two tanky mechanics and mechs by that objective.
Yeah, I don't think he's comfortable on the land. Oh, that's Leota or whatever, and Josh, you know.
I have to say, I agree with the pick. I think he's done a good job at finding the right targets as well. Creatives has to stay primarily locked in on Tolkien's Ruckus here. Rock Monkey trying to do the same from the back line here, just trying to keep that.
I think I'll probably go next year. HRX.
Rock Monkey here. Dancing. Nice little dash into the window. Or not, it worked out.
That was perfect. My. We're seeing a little bit
reduce the cooldown.
like the Noble Crest.
Garubu go here. 40K on the Barrack.
Nice.
A lot of this is just going to be gut-shotting Lazy over and over and over again.
Are they on the keyboard?
Damage pressure is
It looks normal to me. Doesn't look too bad.
Mr. Hayes actually
3 seconds of fame.
job on the Ying. Creative places here.
I mean, Josh is the top creator for Paladins.
All these small things are going to make a big difference. Phoenix gets so low, and now he needs Spunky to bail him out. He slowly is, and beautiful line of sighting there. Dread Serpent as well, and it buys some time. Creatives goes in with the. Oh my God, Zelda can't find a kill. Was this a waste, Nick?
So much damage coming out on the front side of the fight here. Phoenix simply will fall. All the
They need to get on the point though. Like, look, they're already at 80%.
So far, and 85% on the objective.
And they haven't even touched it.
Nick, they gotta figure a way to get this NAVi are doing. They're making Envy pay in the only way they know how. He tries to split the difference right in the middle of the sign and the box.
I wouldn't just stand there, dude.
Find the kill on the creatives now. 45% for Envy, but they have not zoned. And it's just one retake and NAVi win this point.
There it is. Hands go up here. Random noob is looking for the kill on Amutu. He's going to get it over the top there. On a creatives, finding pressure, soaring up, but wanting to stay low here. Doesn't make himself available to fire. There's the dome shield. Team Envy are working the comeback.
What a shield. I don't even think Phoenix tried to block that, but it did.
They should get this point.
They have found the kills. Nick, this is going the way they need. Lazy goes down. Envy now turning the tide, and they are trying to stop this Androxus. They need a kill. He cannot reset. The reversal's going to come up, but they find the kill. Rock Monkey shows up, and Envy, they grab objective number 2 here on Bright Marsh.
Amutu does touch, so this overtime will burn. Just a formality at this point, though. No way anyone from NAVi gets in there in time to contest. And again, NAVi doing all the right things here. It just takes them so long. They definitely got aggressive there. They put pressure on NAVi's backline, trying to force back Phoenix, trying to get that kill a little bit early, but he did a good job just absorbing that pressure long enough. But again,
you need to get out of there, dude. Fireball, and you're oh no, you're back to full health. Nice. Yeah, him the triple. No, Rock Tucky's it.
You stole the show, buddy, but it's all good. Envy are happy. It's a full deicide on a NAVi here, and they've still got 2 minutes, and they're already at half court.
Great stuff here from Team Envy. They're making a much better offensive effort than NAVi. We're able to make Golden Boy mention on this. This game is huge for Envy.
It is.
Each team get a map pick out of the gate, and then it just goes to loser's pick. Whoever loses this map.
What's happening with all the damage down there?
And at that point, NAVi would have the home court advantage in a big, big way.
That is something that Envy are not going to want to have to deal with
Oh,
the entire game.
Mutu's not looking good either. Like, he was on par for like one of the best players in the game.
Will get adjusted. Can't quite find the damage though. Lightman is ready. Lazy getting poked out with the death attacks on Leonard. It's a big deal. Mutu up. He doesn't find his angle, and now the reversal is going to have to buy some time. It does get damage, and actually quite a lot. And Tolki's forced to back off.
A little bit difficult. Not a lot of easy matchups here for Mutu to get in the backline. Rock Monkey.
Oh, big stun.
Rubu pops out quickly, but Rock and Tolki do not, and this just might be what NAVi needed to hold this defense.
Big stun.
However, Rubu's still making it out alive, and it almost was like, just die, get ready, get with your team. That's what Nodus Vincero is so good at. They know when they're losing a point, they regroup, they have a full 5-man tank. And now I just
look at this angle, dude.
Do you go for it again? Because last round in Splitstone, it didn't work. You bet all your ultimates every round, and then they did, but it didn't work for you. Do you just try to save ults and have confidence in winning that point fight?
I think you have some big ultimates that you can spend here. Envy want to just keep going for the throat here. They want to make sure that they maintain pressure on NAVi. They do not want NAVi to be comfortable in this set.
Nice stun.
They're getting aggressive. Tolki's just barely staying alive.
But I got to tell you, Tolki could have killed both of the tanks there, and that was an incredible stun.
Oh, he missed the punch.
Is still alive, and that means Rock Monkey has some life he can exchange with his support. Spunky's 1 shot away. Mr. Hayes finds the big kill. It's Rock versus Creatives, 2 of the best players in the world, and Rock Monkey comes out on top. But now he's got to fight against the Fernando, and I think the Spaniard may have him bested there. Random Nuke gets in, tries to fight fire with ice, but at this point in time, the story will not come to a conclusion. But Rubu is back, and a good barricade does save Tolkien.
No.
Mutu has so much penetration here in the back line because no one is there to stop him. It's just the front lines right now. Gotta be on.
How is he still alive? The barrack.
Very unlike the T1000 to be off the mark at any point.
Good round. It will go tied. Heading into round 3, this is exactly what happened in game number 1. These 2 teams, well, we thought they were even. We're finding out they're evener. Even we gave That's good English. I don't want to hear a thing about it.
This is a good play.
In and out, though, triple kill.
Wait till he gets to reload.
He's been absolutely on point here, despite not having the easiest matchups of all time here. His EV has continued to impress.
I think he's done a great job.
11-6, 12-5.
Yeah, straight up.
And especially against Mutu's Androxus, so shout out. But also Creatives, I think he's been phenomenal on the shot lane, which is a pick we didn't see. But I know NAVi have held some things in the tank. They have not been tested. This is the first time they, I think, are truly tested. They are bringing out everything. There is no more
Eevee with the nerf.
If you're gonna bring your shot lane out,
Eevee get a nerf? I don't think Eevee got a nerf, did she?
Who knows where the wormhole is? Oh my god, he hits, oh my god, he hits both mid-air shots. Random Noob popping off, and now Mutu thought he had the angle, and he's forced to retreat.
See, guesses that one though, throws it back onto the objective there. Will land it onto the barrier shield, the cursed arm up in the air, but in and out.
Oh, he got it.
Here, no ice block to save him, and now Rubu looks like a lamb to the slaughter.
Oh, but Mutu is in trouble. Big head shot though. Heads will roll. They already have enlightenment there. Rock Monkey looking to catch these hands. Red Serpent from Spunky.
Jesus.
Double kill from Mutu, the Terminator, flicking them into the Shadow Realm as usual. And now 69% counting for NAVi. NAVi have barely.
They're not even gonna be able to touch.
These fights are
They never
so
touch.
easy for NAVi if they can hit these big crowd control. The Red Serpent, the Seismic Crash are easily how they are going to take this game down. Spunky slithers into trouble there. Mr. Hayes will get the credit for the kill. Lazy has got to save this team fight with a Seismic Crash. He will hit a couple, but they need to follow it up.
He needs to kill Rock. Mutu has to kill Rock, and he does. Random Noob, though, finds two. And this is the big one. Random Noob in the back line. He's got to hit the mid-air shot. He's got to get Mutu off the board. He does! Random Noob! That's bad!
Yeah, now I'm just saying that Evie's still strong from all the nerfs she's got previously. She's got, yeah, I wouldn't say all her nerfs she's had, or, yeah.
Is going to fall, and NB will grab yet another payload. One more offense here, and they could get themselves on the board.
And I just, you know, you can't count anything for granted. Random Noob is absolutely putting on one of the shows for the ages on this Evie. The fact that he even hit those two shots forced Mutu into a defensive position at the start of the round. But he could have easily just snowballed that fight and then gone into the back line. And now he's got the double kill, he got the triple kill, he's found him twice, he trades out here, but it puts him in an advantage because he does it 2-1, and now the creative are snowballing this fight. This could be over soon.
The Hexafire comes out, Lazy's just taking it on the chin though. Lazy will eventually fall. He does a good job managing to contest the payload there. Spunky as well, so they want to just put him down to keep the payload rolling.
Gotcha, I feel that, I was also going to say maybe just stall it out, and that was smart by Spunky.
There's pros and cons to either.
But I mean, you take a guy who's back-to-back, and I say get him off the board as quick as possible. I agree with Envy there. It was a question mark, but it does make sense, especially with the payload not moving. A minute and 25.
They have Immortal.
Random Dude blinking in, blinking out. Envy, they're trying to do something that nobody has done this year, which is really challenge the champs, challenge the gods, the David and Goliath here in this story. And I wouldn't pass Goliath, this time to take down David, but so far they're putting up a big fight here on Brightmark.
5 champions versus 5 champions at the moment. A lot of ultimates coming online for either squad. It's about who wants to spend. Team Envy in a position to force NAVi's hand because the game will end if Envy can cross the finish line.
They already used the illusory rift, Nick. Trouble they usually
Get him down low. See how he's shooting them? I see a lot of people not do that. Mutu's dead, dude. Oh, they got this. They got this. Good job, dude. Good job, Envy. That was a good game. Random Noob really pulling up his fucking socks in these games. I'm very impressed. I didn't think he was that good at that level. Sorry, like I knew he was good. I just didn't think he was. Like I always thought Rock Monkey was kind of their carry.
I think it's Goliath versus Goliath. I think these two teams are giants in their own right. I'm almost a giant. Almost hit my head on the jib there.
That's Envy now, because that could have been Envy's game the first. So they should have actually got that. They zoned very bad. They chased Mutu at the end, the very first game. I think they actually could have got it, Envy. Let me turn this down a little bit and let me see it. They easily could have got the first game, I think, because they were too worried about Mutu because they knew that Mutu was in their spawn. So instead of zoning, they tried to find Mutu, and then in that case, it made basically everybody from NAVi basically go on the point, and they couldn't zone properly because they were all looking for Mutu. That's why they lost the first point, and then as soon as they all came back, they just destroyed, got the pick, and then Mutu is able to come up from behind and basically kill them off from behind. This match, though, is a little bit better. Envy did very well, and it was a 4-2 match, and it looks like after the first match, our first point, Envy kind of turns something around, and it definitely looked way better for Envy there. So for this match to go 4-2, and the last match to go 4-3, I don't know. Envy's looking really good.
And then after that was a bit of a sleeper right there. We're going back to the fact that we're tracking some consistencies. First of all, both teams have won on first pick.
Spunky looks mad, dude.
Right now. Ying has won 2 games in a row, but more critically than that, Creatives, again, if they are not performing at the level that they need to be, is a weak link in NAVi's armor here, and NV now know to exploit that.
Well, let's look at the overall stats for Game 2 on Brightmarsh Access Replay post-game stats. And
13-8,
well,
8-18, 18-8.
Again, with the big game on that Eevee.
I say just keep the Eevee, dude.
Got a little spicy. Tried to go with the Shaolin. Didn't really work out.
Mewtwo 9-13.
That's,
that's not Mewtwo. Like, that's so bad. Kraden's 11-11. Like, damn. Random noob. Just keep picking up the Eevee. To be honest, that's gonna win you the game.
There's a lot of parallel positive pressure that comes from Navi. If they have a single weak link, all of their champions and all of their performances start to drop a little bit here. Whereas Envy, they are just running on, as you mentioned earlier, all cylinders.
Rubu is just ridiculous. I don't know what it is that he is able to do that every single game as a frontline, he is always going to be sitting either tied with or above his own damage dealers in terms of his damage.
Rubu's insane.
Just, I think that is one of the big things that comes into it. Like, we're looking at Mewtwo, we're looking at Creatives and their lack of performance, but I feel like there's also just, if you have Rock Monkey as well as Random Noob performing, and then you add on Tolkien and the fact that Rubu are matching their damage, you have to have an insane healer. They do. Spunky's really good, but you can only keep up so much.
Well, it's been very clear as well, based on the bans and where we're kind of trending more toward, that the front lines, if you get a front line that performs at that level, it's so important what they can contribute to the team. And well, let's find out what our Steel Series MVP is going to be. Who will be the MVP for?
It's got to be Random Noob.
Number 2 on Brightmarsh, and it will be the damage of Random Noob. And I was going on about Rubu, but you kind of have to give the love to Random Noob for what he did in that game.
He was really good.
It's all because Envy are just firing from every single... There's damage from every direction, and when you're making space with frontline, your damage dealers can shine. When your damage dealers are distraction factors like Random Noob are, your frontline is free to get into the enemy backline and just start bullying. And that's what Team Envy have been exploiting so far. So unless Navi find a way to rally around and either deal with this really annoying Eevee, which they did on Split Zone with Cassie, which was then banned out, or if they find a better way to just deal with frontline straight up, they're going to be suffering.
It's in the picks and bans. It's always in the picks and bans,
really
right? You have Envy kind of banning out Creatives here, not letting them get what he wants. There's just a lot of counterplay that's going on here. Game 3 is going to be very interesting. I want to know what the map is going to be for Game 3, and almost as if I have this power gore. And map 3 will be Jaguar Falls.
Jaguar Falls and Brightmarsh are incredibly similar in terms of the playstyle that you're going to bring and pretty much the draft you're going to bring. The point is, in a same sense, going to be kind of covered. There's not too many entrances in there, so you're looking towards maybe a Nara being a big factor. But Envy just showed that they can play against that. That's not going to be a high priority for them. And even if they are able to get it, then I'm looking towards what they're able to do with their side tank. What they get that Fernando, if they get another Ruckus, what they can do.
Now that may have been a little deceiving for you guys, because you're looking at it thinking to yourself, wait a minute, right now this is Paladins 2018, what's going on? Well, we had our World Championship back in January, and we're having another one here in November. So within the span of just less than a year now, we've had 2 World Championships. And not, excuse me,
commentating with Rain Day. He's such a funny commentator.
Those championships. Get themselves on that
I don't know if he'd be good at commentating stuff like this. He's just really funny, like does funny commentary.
Like the Champions 2018, and then right next to it, it says 2018.
I feel like this is the sequel. That's what this is, right? This is the sequel. All right, here we go. Picks and bans for map 3.
I'm not shocked to see that Navi's map pick, as they lost the last one, they're playing first pick again. Now, what's really interesting about this is during the semifinals, Jaguar Falls was banned out, so
Jaguar
in the Space Station Gaming and Envy set. Navi, though, they did, and they rounded out their set versus Fnatic on Jaguar Falls, taking the 4-1 win. At that point in time, they played Barak, Leon, Maldamba, Ruckus, and Drogos.
Are they going to take the Eevee out, or are they going to pick it?
But it's that one pick which I'm looking towards here. It is the Drogos, which I think is going to come into play more on a very compact map. We know that Mewtwo loves that combustible playstyle, but we know that Random Noob is one of the best Drogos players in the world, and that will be a pick in high contention here.
Still heavy frontline focus for these bans, and then there goes the Cassie. So that's a little stab at creatives there, but the Barrack not going to come into play. So you won't
they have all the buddy.
And again, it's just
Quick T-Mac, protection, ozone, Mr. Bean. I don't want to go and talk to them right now. Maybe later. Or
if you are looking for someone to rival Inara here, that's probably your best champion. But letting Khan through for either of these teams is always going to be deadly. One of the highlights that comes to mind is Khan with Phoenix picking up a triple kill during the fall split. So it's something you got to keep your eyes open for. It is a huge threat.
Intelligent choice here for NV going immediately after the Inara and the Lian. You want that Lian for the back line, but also the Inara because you can actually like wall them out from the point completely, Box.
And also, it's not just that. Again, they're bullying creatives right here. And one thing that was interesting, I think the reason that we saw the Barrack ban come through from Navi is because they really struggled playing into the double deployables that Envy were putting up against them on Brightmarsh because they were playing a lot of damage.
Get the Leon and Nara Damba. Okay. Yang Ruckus Khan.
Look for the Androxus again. They're going to be looking for more direct damage dealers. Envy, though, they have Inara, Leon, Damba. Androxus stripped away preemptively puts, again, creatives in a very tough spot. I mean, we might be looking towards maybe a Willow pick here. We might even see Navi feel forced to pick up the Eevee.
Maybe a Shao again.
It's going to be very interesting to snag away the Androxus just when you think you're a little comfortable, Navi. Maybe they're going to go for the Eevee because they've been doing it all this time.
Well, it's also very preemptive because Mutu loves playing the Drogos on this map, and Androxus being the primary airborne counter just kind of restricts them.
So I thought.
To go with the Shaolin again, whereas in
that's
reality,
all you can play.
I think it's an okay pick for creatives. I don't think it's necessarily a bad pick for creatives, but the Xin pick, this is some spice that I am loving right here.
I think Xin can bring in a little bit more to the table than what we're going to see. The Shaolin, I'm actually on the fence about now because last game it was not impressive enough for me to think warranting going again, but with no Cassie, no Leon, Creatives has to go on to something, but Xin can bring a whole new realm of damage to you.
I hope Rock Monkey is on the Androxus. I really hope the Rock Monkey's on this Androxus.
I am loving what Navi is bringing with the Xin. It's the first time we're seeing Xin at this specific land. We saw them in the placements a little bit, and they made a real splash. Back in the placements, we were saying the flanks would decide everything, and here it seems that maybe it's up to creatives, but we'll have to see how this pick performs.
Why do they all have their keyboard tilted so much?
I think that the aggression is going to fall on the side of Navi. I
can't play like that.
All right,
Mike,
well,
you're going to tilt your arm like that.
The disc is for Navi, but Envy have shown us that they could dig deep and take the W numerous times. It's now time to go into game number 3 in our Paladins World Championship Finals of Navi and Envy. Let's send it to your casters.
Thanks, Golden Boy. Game 3 here on Jaguar Falls. You know, Pretty Air, I like the Andro. I like the Andro Torvald even better.
I like both, yeah.
Do you think this is going to work out for Envy?
I mean, it's definitely a high-pressure composition here, and I really think it's up to Rock Monkey this time. I think Rubu was ruthlessly attacked in the draft. Almost every single one of his picks was taken away from him or banned. Torvald is not something we really see from him very often, so I don't think he's the win condition here. I think it has to be Rock Monkey.
I think Rock Monkey is in a very interesting
okay, Rock Monkey's on that Androxus. That's good.
Flexibility there onto the Leon. That's going to be important, but Mutu is a very, very good Xin. They're going to have to worry about this Yomi, and there's so much damage on it. Already burst the bubble of the Torvald. 30% now for Knoxville here. They're going to
also close carpet tunnel. A little bit, yeah. I think just playing on keyboard alone is going to get carpet tunnel. Look there. Knoxville just never gets on the point. Or Envy.
One shot there in the back line. He won't be able to put some pressure on for some time.
Oh man, that was just a complete
no, they're 100% going to lose. I shouldn't say that. They just don't look good.
But they have not made their way around. They just couldn't get to that back line. And Not a Sphere have started off with a bang. Mutu is looking so dang good on this Yomi Zen. And I don't know how they're going to stop it.
I mean, it's very difficult, right? You have Shaolin stuns to worry about. You have the Zen that can put the whirl through your reversal. You can spite through reversal. There is a lot to lock down Rock Monkey. He has got to be so careful.
And I mean, you talk about enlightenment, but counter, pillow, you know, Warlow, like, he has so many tools as well. I just think there's a lot going on in Not a Sincere draft, and especially with the way Woodlazy still controlling the objective. That's
looks really bad.
I would have expected to not happen at this point.
It's just the Envy frontline can't do what they've done all tournament long. They have help and do kind of what Envy or Navi are
Mutu is just
everything so easily, and you get to see that delicious damage amp coming through from Mutu's in.
This is just
Oh
wrong.
my
This
god.
should be allowed. That is just too much damage on the battlefield, and Team NAVi are falling, crumbling like a cookie here on the defense, and I think not as sincere. Without any contest, we're going to push this one through, but it's up to NAVi to use some ultimates to stop this.
And it's about damn time we see Khan played this way. He's the Primus, man. He is there to serve and protect and help you achieve your goals. There it is, up over the top. Cheeky there for Mr. Mutu. He lands a spite on a Rock Monkey and shuts down the only hope NAVi have for winning this team fight.
And I love it. The Yomi said just working the man, the Terminator. He has been activated, ladies and gentlemen. Mutu going into
He
the
hasn't
back line
died
as well.
yet.
Finds the Yomi swing and he backs off. And now it's Random Dude who has a chance, having to switch onto the blaster, then immediately onto Leon. That's something that we've seen FRC got.
Cheeky ult, dude. It was super cheeky ult.
And it has taken a minute. Hexafire used by Phoenix. NAVi want to push this through.
There it is. Hexafire will
Finally,
push
Mutu
the wall
goes
as well.
down.
Noob shuts down Mutu. Both the carries up and alive. Creatives, deep dive, high risk to the backline here. It's a 1v1 for the payload to go through. Lazy's going to throw him off. Lazy wants to try and get this one through all on his own.
Are you kidding me? Lazy. Welcome to Not a Sincere. He can't get it though. That was so close. What a play. And there's still 35 seconds left. It's not over.
I don't even think he missed the shot either.
That was
Nearly
insane.
optimal play from Lazy there, but he's kept the pressure so high onto Team Envious here, swinging for the fensive. Creative's already found one. Mutu is just beating into Inara on the objective she's going to give.
And that
They're
looks
going
like it is
down
still
here.
going to be a Not a Sincere push. And oh my God, Lazy almost with an incredible
Bringing the thunder. I love it.
display. And you know he
Like they
hesitated
all
for
have
about
theirs like
half a
tilted
second.
some way.
And if he did it half a second earlier, he pushed that through. That would have been the best, I think, push I've ever seen. That's a Lazy ult, baby.
That is a Lazy ultimate. Long live the meme. The meme is dead. Lazy on the biggest stage of the world. He's making the big grand final types of plays, though. I mean, he has got to do that type of stuff. You have to take.
They need to shut Mutu down. He's the one who's
The thing
literally
that I think
killing
gives
everything.
NAVi a little bit of hope here, though. But I mean, man, how much hope can you have against a Not a Sincere team who looked this dang good and Mutu firing on all cylinders? Is the fact that they didn't really do anything last fight. They tried to flank, it just didn't work out. They didn't even fight. So I wonder if they take a different route. Maybe they try to go dark room on the right side towards the beach. I feel like that may give them a bit of an advantage, but no, they're still going left. Rubu and Rock working together here, but now they do go towards the middle, and Mutu, so patient, finds an angle onto Rubu.
Staying away from the silence as well. Hits the Yomi strike. Silence the way.
Nice.
Mutu can't pop any cooldowns while Torvald's got a hold of him.
It's kind of like we saw that coming, right? But Rock Monkey turned around so well. That's why they put these two together. They were on the BGS team in November to get SK Gaming down and make sure they, oh man, I can't believe I'm talking about Bitey again. I gotta give him some love. But that's the history here. These two have been grinding, and they are now on the world stage, Nick, trying to do it against the champs.
It's really just this simple. I mean, if Rock Monkey kills everyone, NAVi win the fight. Other than that, it's going to be very, very difficult. We're shut down in the hyper beam.
Nice.
Rubu is just not looking comfortable here. He's been so aggressive all tournament long. This is just not NAVi's style.
Yeah.
And this is the difference. They get 89% on the objective, and they have the Inara. I would have thought that would have happened round one, but it didn't. Rock Monkey in trouble. He has to stay alive here. Big shot from Creatives, and it doesn't exactly land. Constance, you're doing their best to hold. They've got 60%. They can keep it going here and take another lead. 3-0 would almost certainly guarantee them an advantage in this game and probably end it next round, or this round, excuse me. But here's the accursed arm, and Lazy on the point, throws up the shield, battle shout as well, and Inara goes for the seismic crash, but it's over to the left.
Hexafire is ready to go here, but Phoenix just isn't watching his 6 here.
Yeah.
So much damage is pouring out. Rock, how do you not finish that kill? He whips the punch as well. Phoenix cannot be allowed to live for that long. That is the reason that NAVi have time to stabilize.
My goodness, that was just Creatives also staying in the shadows way too long, but what can you expect? That's what stealth is kind of for.
Man, that's tough for Team NAVi. I mean, they have a comeback mechanic as well. This is looking like it could be a 4-0. Big ultimates spent for NAVi. And we have a couple of things coming up to try and contest this, but they don't have command of the battlefield right now. That's all this is coming down to. Rock kills everyone.
They're on noob. They don't look like they should have the EV. Get rid of the Leon, to be honest.
Twice. 3 times potentially if it keeps working this well. See ya later, Grandpa. He says thanks in his own kind of way. The Desert Wind popping off here, 1 minute and 40 seconds now. But NAVi only have the Scion of House Ico, and she's up against the Primus. He taught her all she knows, and this doesn't look like a battle she's gonna win.
Waiting for the spike there. Mutu will miss just off the mark there. Almost actually catches random noob here. Rock Monkey is gonna push forward. Torvald behind him. This is it, the win condition. Sean Boswell, can he get it done?
He needs to, but he's not gonna right now. I don't see this going any other way besides the defending world champs. It looks like Rubu is falling, like I said, to pieces. A nice whirl.
Yeah, they're done.
Mutu stealing the show here for Not As Sincere. Hexafire trying to secure it, and Mr. Hayes is just battling back as hard as he can, and the Enlightenment better find something, but it gets a big fat goose egg.
He's gonna rip on through here. Still more pressure from Team NAVi trying to hold on here. The kill feed's starting to fill up red. That's 3 in a row here. NAVi showing some signs of life. 4 for nothing. It will hold for now.
And look at Spunky. He's trying to run away, but I think Rock Monkey has an idea. Oh, playing with your head. Almost broke his neck there. Nice job from Spunky to just stay alive as long as possible, but that will delay the inevitable, which is Not As Sincere getting back together as 5 and having one more chance to push.
This is a tough match.
This is the ultimate, the overpower. It's ready to rock. It's ready to roll. Kevin Jensen will look for the big pull here. He will crack open this defense. This positioning here right on the edge of the map, moving wider and wider.
There goes the Nara.
The is up and it's good.
The lazy old
and there goes, oh, random.
The overpowers from Khan, the dominance from the Primus of House Ico. He's showing you how it's done. Shooting the freedom guns from North America. A bald eagle is bicep lifting 400 pounds on his bullets. But that doesn't stop Not As Sincere from taking this one for Europe. They go up game 3 and take a 2-1 advantage.
That's really, really big, especially for Mutu. After that performance in game 2, where he just admittedly does not hit the mark, that's a great game from him. Lazy says this kid is absolutely untiltable, and game 2 certainly looked like that, though. It looked like that scene from Rocky 4 where the Russian finally gets cut. Ivan Drago finally starting to bleed here, but Mutu is not ready to go down.
And that was an incredible performance. And the Zen, maybe not what they expected on the side of Team NAVi.
I don't think so.
And this is something they will now expect for the rest of this set. Game 3, that was awesome. Let's send it back to the desk, break it down.
GG there, absolute destruction from NAVi. Clean sweep 4-0 on Jaguar Falls. It's a good thing that the water's nearby so that, you know, NAVi could take a bath after just being dumpstered on for that entire game. That was not pretty.
So much just goes wrong for them, right? Like there's maybe the first round, you're like, okay, you reset, round 2, you come in. Rock Monkey misses so many shots, so many punches. Like that Androxus has like 0 impact in the fight.
There was so much like value that they were putting into that Androxus, and dare I say, almost an unfair amount that they were putting on to the Androxus.
Yes.
That's very hard to do, and you don't have anyone else that's actually going to be laying in some damage.
It was a very preemptive pick, and the one thing which I'm noticing throughout this, I feel like Team NAVi is almost hurting themselves to a degree with this Cassie ban. Because by banning it away, they're also removing one of the most reliable champions from Rock Monkey's champion pool, and that's a little bit risky right there. But the individual play definitely comes into a factor. This, we can't deny the fact that Mutu's play was phenomenal on the Zin. We must also note a few consistencies again in the draft. Ying has been first picked in that second pick phase for the first pick team 3 games in a row. Every single one of those games has been a win. Ruckus, 2 games in a row. Coming in pretty late in the pick phase for the first pick team again. 2 wins right there. We're starting to track consistencies throughout this set, and what we're seeing now is a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of a safety room. I like what NAVi, I like what NAVi were originally doing by looking to maybe ban out and put some pressure onto creatives, but after that 3rd game, I think it's definitely been proven that NAVi can flex to adapt to that. I think we need to start seeing them focus on the cores right now, and they want to look towards maybe banning out that Ying and evening the playing field somewhat more.
Yeah, it's just, you want to find out what the base is, and then from there try and isolate it, and they thought that it was the Cassie. Maybe it is, but clearly there are
Wish we have teams like this in comp.
About this championship NAVi
team
and what they bring to the table. Well, let's take a look at the post-game stats presented by Access Replay. And let's see here. What do we have? Well, looks like that Shaolin worked out for creatives.
Yeah.
14-6.
There's a very big reason for that.
8-8
This
for
time,
Rock
creatives
Monkey.
wasn't being pressured out.
2 and 10 for random noob. That didn't work at all. Get him off
was
Leon.
allowed to do the thing which he wants to do,
Can't
and we
play
can
it.
look at the damage numbers coming through from all of Navi right there, and there's the parallel pressure that we were talking about, that positive pressure from the front lines, which matters so much, especially Lazy.
I mean, my eyes are partially on them, and Lazy made some ridiculous levels of plays, but I also want to say that Random Noob was uncomfortable. He was 2 and 10 on Leon. He didn't have a lot of damage, and that's the thing. It was Random Noob on Leon. It's not something he normally goes to. It's not something they normally give to him. Hit scan is not usually something you try to pressure him out on, so this seemed like a draft that came through from NAVi, and that Navi were just able to abuse it.
Yeah, it was like they're, I mean, besides the joke that they're playing themselves, but they're just out drafting.
They kind of did.
They're overthinking this draft, perhaps, and yes, you're right. Well, your Steel Series MVP is going to be Lazy on that con. That was, I mean, that overpowered was ridiculous. That was so awesome. The one, I mean, I feel so bad for Inara. You basically just grabbed this rock creature and flung the rock over the cliff. Its own gravity plays a role there. This is the play right here.
Oh goodness, I got a big question for you. So we know that this was originally a 10-mile map set. Down the hill from there is Serpent Beach and then Frog Isle. Do you think that Inara skipped across the water enough times to make it to Frog?
Oh, that could be very interesting.
Actually, the dent in the top of the Frog Isle statue is from Inara bouncing so many times and hitting it.
You know, you guys might be onto something here. Maybe we should be writing the lore here on the desk. I think we got some of the Paladins guys in the front.
We can take him out of the way there.
Let's do some more. All right, well, we got to tell the story of this matchup for Game 4 now. It is going to be NV's pick, and they go to Ascension Peak.
I hate this map.
If they want to go back to like sniper kind of play, like it just feels like a weird place to go, because I feel like Navi have maybe a little bit more here to go for them than NV
But
do.
they went sniper play on Splitstone. I mean, they lost 4-3.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the best showing.
And Ganessa, like, it's something you can pull out on this map, her and Strix, but it's just, it hasn't been great. Every single time it comes through, there's like
I don't like
very
playing
limited
Kness on
amounts
this
of
map.
places you can stand, but it's something that I know if you're comfortable with it, if you can go for it, like it could swing things in your favor, but so much has to go right, and you really have to win not only the draft, but everything in the first round has to go your way for you to even get set up.
For me, it's just the fact that it's a map, right? NV have played this twice during the World Championship so far. They've only won it once. Navi have played it once and lost it once. So realistically, it is a map that favors Team NV in the terms of their history so far. What this also tells me is that this time around, NV are going to be looking for a different style of composition. They're going to go back to focusing on front lines, which is such a paramount part of the Ascension Keep compositions, rather than trying to maybe focus too much on creatives.
All right, well, let's see the picks and bans for Game 4. The map, Ascension Peak. The score,
they need to try to stop banning out
in favor of your defending world champions, Navi. But the boys in blue, they have to find an answer back in this best of 7. If not, Navi will be series point to being 2-time world champions within the same year. The Torvald's going to go, and then you have the Makoa instantly. Don't want to let the Makoa through at all, and then now it is NV's turn to ban here. Let's see what they go with, Fox.
I think it's probably going to be, if anything, they might take a target ban right here. They might look towards frontline again. Taking the Inara away would be really good, but it'll actually be the Androxus right now. This spells that they're looking to put Random Noob back on a more comfortable champion, because this opens up so much more blaster potential without the Andro threat.
But what does Navi do here in response?
I mean, at this point, I'm still maybe looking towards some of the front lines. Fernando, Barrick, the things that NV can run very well on this map are going to be a big con, as definitely
pick up the Nando.
Huge
Grab that Nando.
Again, you can't, again, you don't want anyone at this level of play, especially from these two teams, to pick that up.
Yep.
But you leave open the Fernando, you leave open potentially this Drogos that I expect to see Random Noob go for because of the prowess he can show on this map as well.
It's a really tough one right here, because Navi, they probably want the Inara. They know that they want the Ying as well, because that is so useful on this map, but they Envy have the Drogos in high contention, I wouldn't be too surprised to honestly see just straight up a Drogo's Ying coming through from them here.
So no front line.
Maybe if those picks are more of a higher priority, the Ying certainly is, and I feel like they need it because if Envy get it is the Lian. If Envy get the Fernando and Drogos now, they don't need to pick a support, so they could go Inara Drogos, and then they have the tanks that are impossible to kill, and they have the tank killer, which becomes impossible to kill because of Immortal.
Oh, but they grabbed Cassie, taking that away from Creatives, who had such a strong performance in Game 3. And Cassie's such a great base character. You also have Ruckus that has kind of been that character as well, that champion that has really set the tone for a lot of these teams here.
Jeby or Drogos?
This is kind of weird not to see Inara going within the first round. Even Ash going before Inara. This is a world that I don't know if I want to live in.
I wouldn't be too surprised if Inara, if she's going to get picked up, it would be right here, because it's just that we want to be able to last pick whatever damage champion is going to be best for us. Leon's already kind of pushing away the Drogos, although it's not going to be enough, so that opens up a little bit more for Navi to find a counter for that if it comes through. Fernando and Ruckus, though, are just so good for Envy. I'm really excited to see what kind of play they do, and it's actually going to be the Eevee instead.
Wow, this actually plays a little bit more into the style of composition which Envy has liked so far, which is the more frontline heavy bully compositions. They don't like that we're going to stand on point and sustain like Navi can do with the Inara, so they grab the Eevee here to supplement. Again, I was looking towards maybe the Drogos, the Willow coming through, but Random Noob's performance in at least that second game on Bright Marsh definitely justifies this as being a power pick for them.
Well, let's see what the answer back is going to be, and it will be the Vivian.
Oh, wow.
So they get Vivian. Everything's been set.
Oh, no.
What do we got? Gore?
I'm giving this to Navi. I think Vivian is the perfect pickup. It's great against Eevee, it's great against Cassie, it's great against Nano, it's great against Ruckus, and Maldamba, unless he finds a good stun, he's dead.
Navi for me as well. I think the draft, they win it, but it comes down again to can Envy make space with their front lines to let their damage dealers really
I think it's Navi, though. I definitely think it's Envy.
Here for the boys in blue, but Navi want to be series point here at the Paladins World Championship. Can they do it? Let's send it over to your casters, Rain Day and Pretty Hair.
Hey, thanks, Golden Boy. I think it is the moment that both teams have to step up and either seize the opportunity to win a championship, or on the other side, if you're Envy, just trying to seize an opportunity to stay in this fight. Going 3-1 down to the defending champ sounds impossible to get around.
This is, I think, a really smart draft by Navi, and I'll tell you why. You know, the Des was talking about how surprised they were to see Inara staying alive. I think Navi realized how frustrated the Envy frontliners must have been after that game, how helpless they must have felt.
Yeah.
And those guys are going to do whatever they can to get on something hyper aggressive. I don't think they want to run this Inara again. We can take our time and get this one going for ourselves.
It's game number 4. My Paladins fans, Smite is sounding real loud. I need you guys to make some noise for game number 4 between Navi and Envy. Let's get it going.
Let's do it, baby. I am ready to get this game started. Thought you might have said something else, I've already had my bread this morning, so I don't need any more. And we got to see if Random Noob and the rest of Envy are going to find theirs. Random Noob going up, and he's going through the window, through the wall as well. Can't quite get any damage off. Mutu has found the flank. He hits one shot under the deflector shield, but it is not enough to dissuade this damage dealer from choking them out.
33%, and First Blood finally will come through for Random Noob here. He's been playing phenomenally on this Eevee. It is an entirely a performance-driven character. You either
they need to take out,
or you go home with this girl.
And that is what's so important about Random Noob. He has shouldered this weight. And last round, I didn't like Leon. I like it back on the Eevee. Go big or go home, in my opinion. Not as sincere. Looking at a 3-1 lead. If they can keep this going, Creatives with a big kill onto the soaring Eevee. That auto aim helps so much in tracking her down, and a big presence as well. Not as sincere, looked fantastic at the start of Championchips.
So dialed in here. Envy just pinned in the corner. Creatives, careful. He is managing to slide his way out of there. I think that's a good wall from Navi just to keep things going. Navi,
they don't touch the point. They wait till the last minute to touch point. And I don't understand why.
Because that hurts no matter what side you're on. Everyone's had that moment in Paladins. You're just right there. Your toe is on the line, and you see the enemy team captures the objective. It's 2 minutes that you got to defend, and that's where Envy are as well. Not only defending this objective push, but defending their hopes, their dreams to try and take a world championship here today. No one really is thinking they're gonna do it. I think favor is going to Navi here, and so far, if I'm looking at the play, I think they just look more clinical today.
Very, very critical game here for Envy. This is their map selection. And they're running out of maps. The deeper we go into this pool, especially in this best of 7 with 2 map bans per side. I feel like the map advantage gets, you know, more and more incremental as they go. So these early wins are very important. Yeah, and it just comes down to the boys playing the game.
Love the performance here from Noob, and I think you have to go big with this Cassie. That's what Rock Monkey is kind of drafted for. They banned it last game, and now he's got it. And he needs to get that heal from Mr. Hayes to stay alive.
Yeah, they didn't get rid of Mutu here. He's kind of doing crazy amount of damage.
He has the Immortal. Hopefully you don't have to use it early. There's Mutu consistently pressuring out on the flank. Vivian's been a lot more aggressive than we've seen.
Big Ying ultimate early on there. Red Serpent solo live on to Mutu. Gotta hit him in the kneecaps there. Get below the deflector shield. So much pressure comes out. NAVi do not want to get this up.
And you know, they're trying to finish off Lazy, and this is what's so good about NAVi, what's so good about the Fanatics, these high-level European teams. They basically just reset when they know they don't have an advantage. They only take fights they feel they can win. And that just makes it so hard for NAVi to catch them slipping. Right now, though, they still have done a good job of holding down the defense. This is a good choke where you want to see if Jeby can get to the back line and try to pressure out Spunky, maybe force him to go back to a little bit of safety and not heal up his front lines.
Deflector shield just to peek out here safely without taking too much damage in return. 30 seconds on the clock here. NAVi don't have a lot of ultimates to spend to get this one through, but NAVi don't have a lot to defend with. Just an Ice Storm versus an Enlightenment and assert dominance. If NAVi really want to press it, they really want to go for this, I feel like they have a good chance.
16 seconds now. Big presence. It misses Creatives. He wanted that one, but he's not going to get it. Random Noob back in on the blink. He's going to blink back to safety. There it is, jumping up and finding the ground. Ash has brought the assert dominance, rallied here, but will it be enough for Not a Sincere to push?
Oh, it's these mid-range shots that are just killing NAVi right now. That amount of pressure coming out from the Jeby, forcing out the light, and Random Noob has done so much to stabilize this defense for Team NAVi.
He's so
he may
good.
just be the reason they hold.
But look at Creatives. The Leon is shutting down the Jeby so well. The auto aim is catching her mid-air.
Seriously?
NAVi 2-0, and you can see Phoenix. He's active. He is ready. He is talking.
Dang.
This is 2 points away from being 3-1 set point away from another world championship.
That's why NAVi are just so great. Even when things are going, it could be going even better. NAVi talking about how they can improve despite a 2-0 lead in game number 4 here.
Crazy.
Tolkien just a little bit late to the contest there. Creatives is definitely a big part about shutting Random Noob down. Auto aim is certainly making him watch his back.
And that's something where this draft has started to get away from them here, and you can see why. These players are fantastic. Random Noob's finding good kills, but this aggressive front line, Nick, maybe too aggressive. Tolkien's 3-3. Rubu hasn't had much.
Yeah, it's definitely been difficult for Team NAVi. The draft was really smart from NAVi. There's just really no other way to slice it here. A little bit of pocket strategies coming out in games 2 and 3. This is a more basic draft, certainly from both teams, but the order in which things came through was far from normal.
And there's the illusory rip. They know Rubu's getting in. And this is Rock Monkey staying so patient. He's trying to find
goes down, but so is Rubu.
Lazy, but needs to find meaningful damage. Misses the blast shot. 1, 2. Misses the third onto Creatives. The Leon still out in play, and they find.
Come on, Rock Monkey, you're better than that, dude.
That is a horrible thing to see if you are a Team NAVi fan.
Lazy is just walking everyone down. He's found 2 kills, and he's on the point, and he's still healthy. Phoenix and Creative filling up the kill feed here. NAVi starting to pick up steam. Comeback mechanic here. Hard committed by Team NAVi. They get nothing on the objective and nothing in the kill feed.
This is a big moment. I don't know how they retake it. Maybe Ice Storm. Maybe, obviously, Jeby is there for the touch. She's got to get back in. North America, NAVi, they are not looking strong here in the World Championship hopes. If they can't get a big kill, there's
there goes Random
Nick to start it off.
Tolkien manages to bring one down with him, though. Not before Mutu scores the frag on a Random Noob here. 99% overtime burning in favor of NAVi.
I like it, Nick. The presence comes through, and it's on to Rubu. He needs to go. The Fernando has too much damage, but overtime is taking away. The barrage, the rockets. He's got to get Creatives, but he's hiding in the corner and somehow makes it up. A big kill, though, on a Random Noob. He finds Creatives.
Take these tanks, dude.
And I think this is it. The triple kill. Looking for the quadra. Oh, man. Rock Monkey comes back in, and Mr. Hayes says, let me get in on the action. NAVi aren't out of it yet.
Close, but no cigar here. Team NAVi, because they didn't capture anything, they have such a big mountain to climb, but it's Ascension Peak for a reason. It's time for NAVi to ascend. They have got to get this rolling. They have the comeback mechanic. They have everything they need to succeed.
Illusory Rift. NAVi are not done either. Overtime ticking away and through the window and back to his front line. He blinks in onto Creatives, trying to find the kill. Rock Monkey in the meanwhile says, let me get this done. double real quick. He sets it up for Envy to take this point and stay in the game. But
they need to kill that Nara.
Tooth and nail. Can he make it out? It looks like Rock Monkey's just too damn good. Double kill again, and Rubu gets in on it. And I think Envy are going to stay in this game.
Rock Monkey just goes under the radar in that fight, killing everyone. 10 streak for Team Envy. They're going to stay alive here on Ascension Peak for at least another round. The chance to tie this one up, but with the NAVi conversion in round number 1, if they're able to defend, they're going to go up 3-1 here and have a chance to end this game, putting themselves on Championchips point.
A lot of moments that could go either way. I was talking earlier with you as we were using our scooters to get here.
I don't either. Random Noob is really doing very well.
Talking about the fact that, you know, this is a set that's going to be basically based on who gets that double kill, who somehow steps to the right instead of stepping to the left and avoids a big ultimate.
Nice.
These are the things that are going to determine.
Rock Monkey doesn't actually look as good as
this year. This is probably the most hard-fought one. Obviously, HRX with Burrito and Gangstar. Excuse me. Yeah, Burrito and of course E69 back in the day.
So much on the line here for both squads. 136.
SK is getting dropped from PPL tomorrow. How do you know that?
Moment here, these teams have come too far. They have fought.
Are they gonna tie this up 2-2?
Go down now. 128 on the clock here, but this payload is coming in hot. There's only a couple more seconds. Somebody from NAVi needs to get in here.
I think they're trying to.
Oh, they missed it! They missed it, and they used leaked. Who the fuck even talking?
And Envy get a bit of luck that might turn the tide in this matchup.
A rare mistake there from the NAVi frontman. Phoenix off the mark, bonks his head and gets that animation completed just a
Josh
little
hitting
bit
on
too soon.
the Yoda.
Isn't
she dating Oni Light or something?
Needed to reignite their fire here on Ascension Peak and finally turn the momentum around.
Or doesn't want to be associated with an FPS.
And the flame lance of Fernando. The
Spice being dropped is also. Oh damn.
Shows us just how Random Noob turned the tide around. He hit one, hit the other. My God, that was a beautiful triple. His EV play, I gotta say, probably the best we've ever seen here on the biggest stage. Considering the
Random Noob's
this
definitely
got to be a performance for the record books.
pulling socks up on these games.
EV players, certainly a big staple on land. Certainly something I'm very impressed with. It's not something that was very natural to him. This was picked up later, I think, in the season for him, and he has got.
Why is he trying to kill the tanks?
Creatives, and that's the Death and Taxis Leon. If you're not a fan of Paladins and you're just joining us, that's the big anti-heal that NAVi are bringing to this fight, which makes their front lines obviously beat out Team Envy's. But because Creatives has fallen, that gives an advantage back to Envy. Now a big shot and the CC immunity coming in from Rock Monkey. He does not want to get displaced. He wants nothing to stop this train as it continues to roll. A nice disengage as well.
He had to reload, dude.
I got you, brother. Deep Purity hits a pure fireball, and that puts
him in the driver's seat. I'm gonna lit PGS season next season. I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Between teammates, NAVi 30% on the objective. Envy in control, 69 and climbing.
Is he gonna die? Oh, Mewtwo.
They are about to drop a second game to Envy, or at least give them the opportunity to take game number 4 and tie up this set unless something can happen. This is where Phoenix would hope, would pray to have an assert dominance, but he used it last round, and that's why it was such a big deal. He's 83%. He's got about 20% of his health bar left, and Random
he's not gonna have it.
has him in his sights. That Batman and grab the next objective,
damn, dude.
and they might just win this game.
Keep fighting back. Just keep going. One round at a time. 1 point, 1 payload, 1 shot is all you've got left. Envy, 2 minutes on the clock to get this one through. They could end the game here. And judging by what we've seen so far in this set, both of these teams, when they are on game point, they will go for the throat and try and end it.
And why not? If you find a stagger like they did last time, it is going to help. The Lucifer Rift with Spunky was used early. They also had creatives on the Death and Taxis Leon die quickly, and that was the two things I think.
Yeah, he messed up there.
Creative now finds Random Noob. If the Leon
he definitely didn't mean to teleport in, that's for sure.
Not as Vinci are going to be fine here and head to the next round with an objective chance to win. If Eevee can get the advantage. Oh.
Yeah, off the mark there. Phoenix cannot get the battle.
They're wasting a lot of ults.
Planted. He wants to fight, and Envy are more than happy to give it to him. Creative's deep in the back line there. He's not able to get it going. And
61 health.
And flying under the radar in these fights has just happened far too often. And when you look at this NAVi draft, it's really no surprise. Leon is so focused on Eevee. Vivian is clearly gunning for these shields and these front lines, and it's allowing Rock Monkey the space to finally do what he wants.
And the stagger. I mean, that's what it was all about, Nick. I mean, the assert dominance from Phoenix, he keeps it this time. He doesn't lose it. but he goes down. And then
see if he's gonna make the same mistake. He needs to plop down his ice block right at the doors.
It's 90% of the way. The payload's already been pushed. 1 minute and 4 seconds now. They've got plenty of time. They just have to hit their shots. And if you give it to random noob to pilot the Eevee, it seems like he's gonna do just fine with that. The Ice Storm is ready. Phoenix is in trouble, but he can hit his head. He can assert his dominance and buy 8 seconds of invulnerability whenever he wants.
That's big for them. They need to make sure resource management is on point here because NAVi's hand is going to be forced in this game. They're the ones that are going to have to worry about popping their ultimates defensively. NV can just kind of give them a little head fake, a little pump fake here, try and get them to jump defensively. And
their healers are
insane.
insane.
The 3-3 next round with an ultimate advantage. So resource management, that is the key to victory at this point.
And Mutu holding left side with a Ying clone. That's important. That clone goes down. Mutu doesn't have that same amount of healing. Spunky has been poked out. So
oh,
he
he's
can't
so
give any
low.
life exchange, which means although the Inara's tanky, she's not as tanky as she's always going to be. The wall goes up from Lazy in response. He's got to buy some time. Good heal for the Mending Spirits as well. Dread Serpent. Oh, they're going for it. They want Mutu. They got him. Rock Monkey buys the first kill.
And it could even be better for Team Envy. Right now, they have everything going for them. There it is. Assert dominance comes through. Phoenix finally gets it off, and he's going to hold strong for the next 8 seconds.
Where do you go? He's trying to figure it out. He's looking left. He's looking right. And it's Phoenix who's just standing there the entire time. Overtime has finally
they need to kill this Inara.
or at least beginning here for Envy because they want to push this through. They do not want to let this go to another objective capture. They want to finish the game before NAVi has a chance to.
Phoenix runs away. It's a big risk, but Lazy's able to hold it down long enough for him to get back in the spawn, heal up, and rejoin the fight. Rock Monkey has to roll away.
Yeah.
No, they lost it there.
Team Envious. They haven't really popped anything though. Almost back alive.
Yeah, that's good. They haven't popped nothing. That's good.
Nothing.
Now you get the Dread Serpent, but you get the Assert Dominance. You get the Ice Storm. I'm not sure what else they gambled there, actually.
That was almost an opportunity. The fact that Rock was able to pick up Mutu was big. That because there was a tiny miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Mutu blinks in. He hits a couple of shots there. The Dread Serpent connects right as random blinks out. So there really isn't much follow-up there. Yeah. Rock hits this clutch shot from the other side of the map there that actually
Here, girl, what's up, man?
In the ground, and that was an incredible moment.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Front lines bringing in the heat here. Rubu certainly pissed off after last game. He is almost top of the charts this time.
0 ultimates. 3. Not once. not a couple. Nothing.
They have nothing. Yeah, Rubu.
They have 3. The Ice Storm. I can't believe it. That Dread Serpent as well, Nick. It's 66% charged up. That's almost beating Spunky's illusory rift. Mr. Hayes and all that healing he did last round is truly paying off, but these are the shots you have to hit. He hits one. He's probably got to hit another. It's 3-3 capture. If NAVi win, they are 3-1 and looking at game point, set point for another world championship. If Envy win, they tie it up and they guarantee at least a game 6. And it's so far Lazy going down. Mr. Hayes with a huge stun.
Stun, dude.
And most of that Hexafire, while it does get blocked there, it scares everyone off the objective from NAVi. 39% in climbing. One ultimate was all that Envy needed to win that fight there, and they have 3 more to sustain through the storm that is no doubt coming from NAVi.
Ascension Peak, the
oh, they got Assert Dominance and Inara.
Has served as a battleground for the Scion of House Ico and the Primus of House Ico as well to do battle against the Ascended, but no Genos is here now. It is just the Ascended North American team who have gone to the stars with their level of play, and the Immortal from Rubu, the full heal from Mr. Hayes, and now the Ice Storm onto a
but he missed.
Might change the difference. Spunky a little bit faster than Random Noob was.
Red Serpent coming up. Mr. Hayes, this is your moment. You've got the only ultimate. He's going to pop it. He hits the fear onto a couple. Toki finds one.
No.
Easy bounce it back. Mutu finds 2. Mutu's looking for 3. Walking down mid. Young Son, he finds all of them.
The Terminator locks in.
I don't have anything to do here. It's a good weekend not to have anything to do.
From back-to-back world champions. But look, there's still 66%. There's no comeback mechanic, and they've got an Eevee. So we have to calm down here. We know she can get a touch in, but what can you do after that? What ultimates do you have to spare? NAVi have the illusory rift.
There it is. We'll come out there. Big heals falling through. 93% now for NAVi. Envy have got to make their move. They got to get on this objective, but they're pushing into such healthy targets there. Mutu.
7 health.
7 HP. Mr. Hayes
7.
bails him out.
Well, Rock Monkey and Rubu find a couple. Rock Monkey.
Oh, this is going to take it.
The best player in the world, and here's why.
Holy shit. They're going to take it. Holy fuck, dude.
That bad man and Rock Monkey, they send it to another
Jesus
one.
effing Christ, dude.
Game 6. This isn't over, not by a mile.
Holy
two apiece
fuck.
here on the main stage. The Paladins World Championship Grand Finals is starting to heat up. Incredible play from both sides there. Lazy visibly frustrated after that NAVi lost there. Things were looking good down the stretch, but they just barely fell apart.
It was an incredible kind of back and forth, and that's what they need to win. I think NAVi, I mean, we saw Mutu pop off. Fantastic performance, triple kill. Then Rock gets a double, then Random Noob gets a double. 2 + 2 is 4.
Just fight.
That beats 3. And if NAVi can keep playing like a team.
Quick maths.
And quick maths, baby. Yeah, I'm not wrong. And you ask Garrett in the stands, I'm not wrong. And so I think we're going to see how this one turns out. And 2 + 2 is also 4, which is what game just finished. Game 5 getting underway soon. Let's send it back to the desk, see what they have in store for us.
Quick, witty maths. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh, man. You know, they said it was heating up. It's more ice cold right now, ladies and gentlemen, because this has been an awesome, awesome matchup between two incredible teams. I was saying while the game was going on, if NAVi do not win this, it's it. That's it. I cannot see them realistically coming back. But the solution is right in front of them, fellas.
Eevee, dude. They need to keep picking this Eevee.
Switch. It's Eevee.
And
Stay cold under pressure, right? I mean, get some ice cubes out, get some frozen spells out.
Frozen margs. I don't know. We got kids in the audience.
I mean, he's just been ridiculous. Like, it was one of those things that it's like, okay, Eevee yesterday, it's like, you're looking pretty good, but it's the whole team. This was like, everybody else is looking all right, but Random Noob is firing off every single thing that is set up the entire time. It feels like he's the one driving it. Even when he's not around, it feels like he was having the impact. He was the one who was setting it up. He was the one who was making sure that NAVi did not fall down.
And you know what I love most about Paladins, you know, coming from a variety of different games, is that you look at the ending fight there and you see the ultimate economy that what was NAVi managed to have at that very last fight. But ultimates, while they're helpful, do not determine who wins.
17-5, Rock Monkey, 12-10, random. Mutu 11-14.
That's what Mutu did as Vivian toward the end there. But here are the post-game stats now. And Vox, what are your takeaways?
I mean, what did I say at the end of last game? Banning out Cassie was hurting NAVi because it's one of Rock Monkey's best champions. 17-5, by the way. That is a slash line which you do not want to have to go up against. Random Noob, but despite all the kills, was more of the sacrificial lamb there. 10 deaths, but it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does not matter at all because Random Noob's presence alone, 17 assists out of that one. You had Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hayes had some big moments in that game as well. Everyone showed up when they absolutely needed to. Look at the damage across the board. Both teams just
Random Noob breaking 100,000 damage with the Eevee. That's crazy.
A lot of the
Mutu didn't even reach 100,000.
A lot of credit to Mr. Hayes for some of the plays that were made there because Dread Serpents are so crucial in certain moments. We've seen it during the fall split, and it's just when we've referred to it as like channeling your inner Spunky because Spunky's normally the one who is consistent with it, but Mr. Hayes has thrown his name into that hat just as well. The way he was able to play throughout all of that helped set them up, and it's just so many small moments Moldama could just change.
And you know, one of the really important things about that as well is that as the game went on, we saw it in the stats that were just on the screen a moment ago. Ying still had the most healing out of both of the supports, but as the game goes on through, that healing comes from early game sponging. Once you get your anti-heal online, the supports are equalized more and more. This is the first time that Ying has so far lost in this final set, and that sets a trend that if these games keep on going the distance, we're going to keep on seeing that equalization. So again, it comes down to what picks make the difference, and this time around, it really was the damage dealers set up again by a lot of the frontline from NAVi.
Well, let's find out what our Steel Series MVP is going to be for this game. Who is it? And it will be Rock Monkey on the Cassie, gets the Cassie in his possession and does work. Why am I not surprised, fellas?
I mean, everything that we have seen out of him in the past, again, you had mentioned it, Box. Once he's able to get his hands on it, it can be game-changing. And I feel like, again, looking at it as a damage duo instead of just as Rock Monkey alone is where the strings come through. Both of them setting each other up between him and Random Noob. And it's that kind of synergy that wins you a game. If you let one person have all of the glory, the other person has all the glory, someone is isn't going to have that impact. The way they worked was perfect.
You know, so I'm going to pull a little bit back to the first game we saw in this set as well. Splitstone Quarry, right at the end of the draft, we had
4.9 KD.
And I'm sitting here going, you're playing into a Vivian with an Eevee that you're using to try and take her down. I want something that can break down the shield and set up those kills. Cassie was already taken by Navi. I would have wanted to maybe see the Victor instead. This time around, NAVi have the Cassie to break down that personal shield from the Vivian. They have the burst damage to finish her off. They can soften her up.
They're so pissed off,
Spunky. Go in there and get the kill. Mutu had
I'm down,
the most deaths on the side of Navi, and that pressure was really showing.
Oh, man, it's just a mental game of chess that is being played against these two teams, and the game continues because now we're going to Serpent Beach. This is where Bide's mother is currently residing right now. That's what he said. I don't know what that means.
This is his backyard, right?
This is his backyard, I think.
Timbermill was his front yard?
Yeah, Timbermill was his front yard.
How big is Bide's house?
Honestly, I don't really know.
Present guard.
His house is actually Stone Keep. I think that makes a lot of sense. He's got the castle.
Is Bide behind the magistrate here? Is that what's going on?
You know what? What if we've been unpacking the lore little by little on this desk, and I think at the end, the magistrate is Bide.
Do you side with the resistance or do you side with the Borkers?
I always side with the Borkers. Always side with the Borkers. I personally side with the Space Whales. Oh man, someone on Mixer Chat hates me right now. But if you want to spam Space Whales, go ahead. We got Bide over there on the side, buddy. Much love to you. Seeing the Space Whales in the Mixer Chat. He does look like the magistrate guy. Yes, with the eyebrows too. Okay, here we go. Picks and bans begin. We're going to the beach.
Oh, surprising. It's Navi's map pick in their first pick again. Again, it's the trend which has continued throughout every game so far and has been a really big consistency. You want that first pick position, you want that prioritization, you want to be able to strip away that first pick, but also it's not just the first pick.
Meta push it, get your teeth fixed. I'm sorry, dude. That looks so gross.
Because that's your kind of equalization point. You pick a high priority, the enemy team goes ahead and goes, oh, what can we not afford Navi to go and get? And you'll strip
What's
away
he writing? If he's writing anything.
Navi has free reign on the
He's got like 4 words on a piece of paper.
Bans here, Torvold, excuse me, and Makoa. But this is where things get interesting. Comes through. Finally, Navi says, you know what, maybe
might be part of the problem. A little bit.
On this map too. Like, I mean, you're looking at the last couple of games and it's like, that's been ridiculous. This is a map that I think is even better for Eevee. So I think that is a perfect ban for Navi.
100% agree with that one. And NAVi have to take out the con. Now it is Navi's pick, first pick. Let's see what they do. It'll be Liam.
I like this. Again,
they need to get their Fernando and Narada or something.
Bunch of utility. Yeah. It's great on these more open maps. Valor will hit a lot of people. You can constantly spread anti-heal with death and taxes. 51% win rate, right? I can't argue with the stats, but again, yes, keep creatives happy, keep the pressure split between all members rather than allowing one member to be kind of picked or banned out.
Now it's NAVi's turn. Do they go for the Fernando? Do they take the Inara?
I think Fernando and Inara.
Presence here for that point. You're gonna have the Lian looking on high ground, playing back. There's a lot of angles on Serpent Beach that you can play.
James, what's up, man?
So NAVi need to think about what they want to do here.
I know Vox, the way things have been going, Ying is something that you think teams want to pull or grab away, and that's actually kind of what we started to see during the placement round. Was during this pick phase, you would
and Ruckus. Yeah, I guess Ruckus.
I actually prefer this because I think this has been part of the biggest success for NAVi is finding those champions that you can still be tanky with, you can still do the frontline thing, but you are going to put your name in that damage contribution. You can also set up Rockmonkey. You can also set up Random Noob. Yeah. You're not just standing there hoping that you're
not just taking in damage. You're dishing it out and taking it in. Lots of value in that one.
Cassie's still open.
It's Navi's turn.
Probably Inara Ying at this point, honestly. It's the safe duo to go with, and there's no reason why not to. I mean, you're splitting the pressure. Inara isn't counted out by Rekka, only cauterized, so if you also then pull in something like an aggressive Ashe afterwards, it's a little bit more tricky there. You could go ahead and draft the Ashe now. There's no reason to. And you're taking double frontline. They're probably not going to take anything else, and this Ying just does so much for your early game pressure.
Yeah.
So the Ying and the Inara are locked in, just as our analyst said, that NAVi now have a pick, excuse me,
Tyra
to settle on. And
I don't like the Tyra hover. I'm going to be honest with you here. It's probably going to be the Maldamba. They're going to leave a DPS open for the last picks. They're probably going to get long-range DPS right now. A Cassie would be what NAVi would have as a reliable pickup here. And there it is.
Take that, Cassie.
Perfect for boxing out Leon, at least to an extent. That's kind of the matchup that it's going to fall down onto. But again, you're looking at Fernando being able
Are they going to grab the
big
Vivian?
Ruckus
Or are they going to grab Androxus maybe?
Finding a couple of things.
I feel like Androxus would be alright for NAVi.
Go here. I'm genuinely curious.
Well, if they draft Willow or Drogos right now for NAVi, random nuke goes to Androxus. If NAVi don't draft into these blasters, then we might see that Drogos picked up by NAVi, but it's a tricky one. NAVi love this very standard composition. They love the aggressive bully front line, your open mid-range, and then your 2 backline damage dealers. They don't like playing flanks unless it's Eevee. But NAVi go ahead and they pick up the Victor right here. They've got a lot of spread area damage, a lot of direct damage now, great sustain. The Ashe is going to be that bully presence they need. They have an impeccable composition for Serpent Beach right now. NAVi need kill potential.
They go with the Zen.
I like it and don't like it at the same time.
Well,
it's a really weird feeling to have.
Destroyed them on Jaguar Falls, so I get that, but...
Well, here's why they picked it. They need somebody to deal with Victor because Victor just free farms damage on this map. We saw Bitner pick up something like 50,000 damage.
I feel like a Strix would have been better. It's just random noob can't play those snipers. Like, I feel like a Canessa or Strix would have been perfect. Literally perfect here.
Give me a team box. Who's winning?
NAVi.
NAVi. Gore?
I'm going to lean NAVi. I think this Zen can do work.
Oh, once again, the desk is split EU-NA. You couldn't have asked for a better matchup here. It's 2-2, and we're going to the beach. Let's send it over to your casters to get this bad boy rolling on.
A best of 7 has turned into a best of 3 here at the Paladins World Championship, the biggest stage that there can be for the game of Paladins, and we're so excited to bring it to you. Rain Day Pretty Hair yet again, and boy, oh boy, Serpent Beach. I love this map, man, and I think this is going to be such a great draft.
How many people are watching now?
How the Zen works, though. What are your thoughts?
I think both teams have
only
made
1,400.
Big pivotal adjustments. Too often have we seen only one team adjust per game, and this feels like both teams now are rolling the dice a little bit here. It's really on Random Noob. He has not had
I want to check Random
Noob
Noobs
yet this tournament. Neither did Mutu though, and he looked great. Mutu not playing a ton of Victor either. I think both of these teams have made appropriate adjustments. It's all up to the performance of the guys that are on these flex picks.
And Mr. Pauly, Random Noob right there, he has actually shouldered so much weight, and I keep saying it, but I really think that the growth in his play is not just in his mechanical skill, it's in his leadership.
Zen, he has 12 hours on Zen.
And look at this, has a Yomi Zen seen a sweeter sight, but he misses.
He has 12 hours on Zen.
You're still 57% on the objective. They've denied, they've completely ignored it, and now they're going back for late.
Finally, they are able to get something in terms of pressure back onto the objective. Mutu.
I mean, it's working for
him. Wants
though.
to go here. He's running out of HP, running out of time. NAVi are filling up the kill feed, looking very, very strong. 60% for NAVi though, when it's all said and done.
Even a Bomb King would have been good here, really.
I'm not sure they're going to have enough time. We know Phoenix is here. No ultimates yet on the board. This is a very fast point fight, and we will see the shoulder bash most likely get him into the contest. Team NAVi, though, they have the Maldamba. We've seen that stop an entrance by a front line on the side of NAVi. Phoenix trying to set up for something cheeky, but 87% counting. He's running out of time.
It's just not coming. You just didn't give it to him. Nicely played there by Random Noob. Patience as well. Phoenix just catching the 1v1 there. Billows out, shoulder bash. The dance moves from Random Noob are far superior than that of Europe.
And look at that, Tolkien just on the high ground. The catwalk here is so dangerous. And Rock Monkey has all the room to play that he wants. Rubu is going to find Lazy as well. NAVi look primed to take this.
Yeah, they'll get this.
Number 1
They
here on
should.
Serpent Beach and go in the lead. Mutu has been exposed. Barrage is there. Hello, says Rock Monkey to Creatives. And Mutu, Random Noob gets in on the action. And that's going to be NAVi most likely taking objective.
Yeah, NAVi's got this. I guess the Zen actually isn't bad.
NAVi is not looking good on
that
map selection. And let's talk about what we saw just on the player cams in between games. I mean, NAVi smiles, laughter, despite, you know, the pressure that has been put on this one. Yeah, NAVi dead silent there. Lazy, visibly frustrated after the end of Ascension Peak. This is definitely the momentum starting to pick up for Team NAVi.
And look at Random Noob on a 6 streak again. Has this?
Oh, he messed that up.
We won't talk about that. I didn't see that ice block either. I definitely didn't see that spike. He's trying to get up there. just was, you know, sometimes
Can they get nice?
that I've loved so much about it.
Healers are so good at just dodging shit, dude. It's so good.
Time for Envy. Big fireball from Rubu. He's gonna take down Mutu. NAVi are crumbling here. What is going on?
It's just it's the front line back for Team Envy. They are prioritizing these very, very aggressive front lines.
What the?
Ones that are incredibly comfortable
He
for them.
doesn't know.
Out Rubu and Tolki are running the field for Team Envy.
Tolki again, one of the big frontline duo. These two have been phenomenal. That's 3. He got a quadra yesterday. Well, this might as well be one. Phoenix, he's gonna shoulder bash. Up, and down. He slams the ground, and that will buy NAVi a bit of respite.
Jesus.
But a minute and 15 gone, and man, that has not looked like a good performance thus far here on Serpent Beach.
Nice.
Getting aggressive there. The no-look grenade is good on top of the board there.
Oh man, that was close.
But no cigar there. Mutu will live for now. 1 minute left on the clock here. Team Envy, a couple of ultimates to break the base here of NAVi, and all they have to spend is that assert dominance to get it done. Admittedly, though, that is one of their larger cooldowns.
And look at this. Lazy is really getting bursted down, and that's what that 850 strike does. It's burst. It's good damage. It's solid, but it's burst. I think that's Garage as well. Mutu, actually, no. Saving that in the pocket. Running away. Has that in the tank if he needs to use it.
Oh, there goes Tolki.
Who's going to fall? So NAVi have found a couple of good kills. They found that double there from Mutu. Big stuff from him. May turn it into a triple, but either way, it's just going to be a defense.
Did he just spite to get back on? Oh no, I thought he just spited to get back on the map. What the hell is that?
Communication, though. I mean, they have to keep talking. They have to keep improving, figuring out what's going wrong and how they're going to adjust here to this Team Envy aggression. You saw a big pullback, and honestly, that could have been much worse. Random Noob could have hit a lot of Yomi damage there when NAVi was clumped up in the back line at the start of the round here. But that's what you have to be talking about right now if you're NAVi. Worry about how you're going to hold this defense, but certainly, how are we improving in the next round?
And Random Noob actually doesn't care at all about using his ultimate to just get onto the high ground. It's very important on Serpent Beach. Zen has no innate high vertical mobility, and that's something that obviously has put him in maybe not the conversation on Serpent Beach as much as people would have liked, but it still doesn't matter if you use your ultimate to get up there. Mutu, look at him, he's going to the back line. We've seen this before.
Don't trace him. Don't trace him.
Pulls up the barrage there just to get some damage onto the front line. Mutu snakes his way to the back line. Once again, obviously these low mobility champions are not slowing him down. Phoenix, I think, feeling good about that defense there. Envy just get led on a little bit of a chicken chase there. We're not talking Realm Royale.
No. We were talking about that this morning, though.
Earlier.
I do remember that.
Download the Chicken Chaser app there at Skillshot.com/Chicken-Chase.
Thanks, ad guy. Was that the ad guy who just jumped into the
And we're
PWC
back from that
cast?
commercial break there.
Oh my God, dang.
Glad we finally got that, but again, NAVi, how do we improve on the objective?
Rock Line's like
there?
3-2.
They
Dang.
have Lazy on the objective. That's not the
Tolki's going off.
How do they absorb
Random
this
Noob 1-1.
effectively from Team Envy?
He's not really
and
doing a
not
lot,
get
yeah.
spanked to the behind by Random Noob.
You got Random Noob
It's really
on
difficult.
Zen
That
that he has
could
12
have
hours
been
long.
So much worse again. Random Noob had
They
an
kind of
opportunity there
trying to
probably
target
get a
ban
triple
Random
kill,
Noob
but
now,
he was a
but
little bit
they're
whiffy
actually
on
doing
Zen
really
early
good
on.
on
Well, you
Zen.
can't whip these Yomi strikes.
It's tied up
But you do
2-2.
have a lot of them. Zen has a decent amount of ammo, and look at this. Rubu already pushing him back with Fireball, controls his zone. Look at that, creatives is so low. And yes, Lazy is on the point, but that Mother's great.
Make her use their wall.
Rift is going to keep him nice and healthy under the fire of Tolki's miniguns.
Counterpunch has to happen soon here. I mean, Envy are just controlling the entirety of Serpent Beach. Nara's parked on the objective. No kills have happened yet. Hexafire comes down onto the objective. Lazy is
he
low.
got out.
Lazy's bleeding out, but they don't finish him.
That is huge, and now Rubu is in trouble. There's Phoenix going for the shoulder bash. He does get a little baited there, but there's not enough damage, at least yet, to find the front line. Mutu tries to go for a grenade behind the back, and it's going to at least buy some time, some pressure for his other front line, Phoenix, to get the job
Nice,
done. But
Mutu's
it's
dead.
Rubu who stays alive in the end. The fire is just too strong, and Mutu cannot stand the heat.
Rubu plays this phenomenally as well, working very hard to stay alive, connecting fireballs.
Mr. Hayes.
And Mr. Hayes, give Phoenix the business. Phoenix is struggling on Serpent Beach.
I mean, watch who you step to, huh? Mr. Hayes is playing lights out here. The support, the rock-solid core of this team alongside Tolki and, of course, Rubu, allowing Random Noob and Rock Monkey to do their things. It has been phenomenal to see Envy grow like this. The body blocks, the
Nice.
Dread Serpent, Iron Madam, Manara's even running in fear. Envy look damn good here on Serpent Beach.
Straight to the high ground with that spike. You're seeing he's just using it for mobility here. 30% 100% charge is retained, and you're good to go here. This is just the second dash, the next option for the Zen pick. And right now, Random Noob is doing a great job just being a presence there, just being that thing that NAVi are worried about backpedaling into.
I think there's no doubt in my mind that these are the two best teams in the world. And one thing that has happened this year is that NAVi, Fnatic, NV have won their share of lands, but they've been the only teams to really beat each other, essentially. Aside from
Rock Monkey.
Phenomenal kind of performance there from Space Station and doing so much for this community, representing that LATAM and Brazilian South American region.
Why did my chat disconnect?
At the top. Man, they've only really battled against one another, and now NV again showing they can go toe-to-toe with the defending world champs, but it's not enough. They've got to find a win. They have to take the lead and take home court advantage, home map advantage away from NAVi.
That's right, and how close this could have been. I mean, SSG taking NV to 7 yesterday. Everyone at the top of the Paladins scene is very, very close here. Positive pressure coming out from Mr. Mutu Vox's favorite thing to see. The Victor grenades in the backline are good for now, and they will keep NV quiet for the next minute.
I think I saw Vox wave backline as well before blowing his nose. Man is putting in work today, and so has NV. So is not as sincere. These defenses have not been easy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to contend with. You got a Zen spiting, kind of soaring above you. Mutu's got to hold both channels and make sure
chat's up working.
I think Random Noob and Rubu know that. They have the pressure. There it is, yet again. Taking advantage of that mechanic, hitting his ultimate very frequently, and this is just a match Victor's gonna lose unless he's getting some incredible healing, and he does. He gets the whole gang.
Oh my goodness, the police came through to bail him out. I love that from Mutu now. Backs up into the corner where he can be saved. Grenade is placed perfectly under the shield of Rubu. Double kill, and it is just finger on the trigger here. Nice disengage though, Rock Monkey. A little parting gift for Mutu.
And he makes it out alive as well. That's just one of those things that two players who have been called the best in the world at different times and in different rights in different regions. You know, that's just that's a 1v1. That's a thing, you know, a wink on the battlefield or on the basketball court that nobody sees except them. Respect all around. They know they can both get the job done. And there's a barrage. Mutu trying to hold this defense.
There's a nice angle to be played here by creatives right now, but Rubu is hyper aware of it. Spooked off very, very quickly. Mutu finds the first kill on a Random Noob. Big stun comes out. The seismic crash. 2 ultimates spent for NAVi, so if NV can back off, I mean, it's not the end of the world.
And you know what? I mean, they're still there. Like, they're still buying time. And Toki finds Phoenix, and now Rock Monkey, although he's low, needs a heal from Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hayes has to find the gourd. He has to help his teammates, and they feel strong enough that they can push this through. It's just kinetic. It's just that Inara. Dodge roll away. He avoids the enlightenment.
Nice.
Rock Monkey's the one doing the teaching this time around. He may reach Nirvana with NV here if he can keep on going and make it a 3-1.
Payload inching his way forward. Phoenix just says, I gotta do it, boys. Plants the battle standard damage immunity for the next 8 seconds. Overtime continuing to burn in favor of Team NV right now. The kills could go either way, but the defense can reinforce faster.
And Toki finds it with the barrage. Phoenix will find another, but that battle standard will not last forever. Random Noob, though, goes down, and that'll do. That'll do, Pig. Lazy finds the D for not a sincere, and now it's all squared away yet again.
Need more smiles from Team NV, and it's not something I say often. It's not going to be easy, but Phoenix has got to be better. There is so much aggression pouring out from Team NV. Lazy's on the objective. It really is up to him. Whatever that call has to be, he is the front man. He gets a lot of credit all throughout the year, and this is where the pressure has to be put on him.
And I mean, there's so much pressure onto a guy who's just been like thrown into this World Championship run once and then twice. And you're right, there are no room for excuses here.
It's stuff like you know, waiting around for that knockback on the Zen, right? That's just burning. That's what Random Noob's there to do. He's trying to waste your time. Getting caught up in that 1v1 way in the back line there. I feel like.
Let's go to Twitch because it looks way better.
Might be a better priority for Phoenix.
Either way, I mean, it's a game of inches, right? And it still has proven to be. And, oh man, you don't want to give them a mile at all. Lazy is in trouble. This is bad news, Bears. There's no angle for him to get out. There's absolutely none. Lazy is going to be dead unless something crazy happens. That's a barrage, but it is too late. And this is NV, who have just collapsed. They have found the answer to this point fight, and Random Noob on the backside now has full access to the support.
But that is something. Mutu has given them a chance. I hope a light at the end of the tunnel here. A little pick action on a Rock Monkey. Phoenix gets out as well. Spite lands on a Spunky. That's going to be good for a kill there. Not mobility this time. It is a very versatile tool.
And even Victor, even Mutu, the Terminator, here with the assault rifle and the grenades in hand. Backs away, cows in fear to the Fernando, piloted by Rubu's. Gotta hit the shot. He does. He got creative about it, and that's what creatives will do here and then. And it's Lazy who gets low, but he's not out. The fire is burning from above, but he still stands strong like the Stigala, the Stone Warden, is meant to do.
Pressure is just relentless from Team Envy. Mutu goes in there for the touch. He gets solo ulted. The Dread Serpent is burned to make sure that he gets locked down. 2 more for Team Envious.
Goodbye.
I think that's a bit overkill.
Artist, but boy, Tolkki is painting a beautiful picture, isn't he? The Hexafire finds a kill. Creatives, nothing to do about that one. A body block, a billow. Envy, they're 3-2. They could go ahead in this set for the first time ever.
This is just not looking good from NAVi. They just look a little bit lost. They do not know how to win this objective fight. That was the 3rd time, and it has not improved whatsoever. It's Envy. Honestly, a lot of times we just see teams, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They'll try and do the same thing over and over, but that's not what's happening here. Envy are now changing their sights onto Lazy. They are trying to keep NAVi on their toes so they're not predictable and easy to read.
And there it goes.
Creatives is about to die as well. Look at that, the Immortal. They're going for it. Envy see the payload keep moving, but look at that. Mutu comes in. They need the Terminator to lock his sights in, and the man delivers a double kill
deep, dude.
on the Lone Wolf Victor, and he might just be the lone
chance.
Get
the fuck out, dude.
Sincere have the hold here on Serpent Beach. By God, gets another. Maybe Tolkki wanted to fall off.
Chat doesn't work right now, guys. Sorry. I don't know what's happening with YouTube, but try not to reload because YouTube's all fucked up.
Items here real quick. I want to see what's coming online for NAVi. Pretty close there on the Wrecker 3, but I don't even know if Mutu's going to be going for it at this point. He's purchased so many other things, and that was my really only way out. Maybe those items, those offensive options, are what they can bring this game
he tried to be
with.
a little cheeky.
Will not relent though. Team Envious's big boys are holding it down.
And you got to say, this is good play for Phoenix now. I mean, perfect timing of everything. He's going to get the knockback. It will not find a kill, and oh boy, he doesn't have cooldowns. He doesn't have cooldowns right now. This is bad. This is bad. He maybe gambled a little bit more now. Creatives is down. Oh no, the front lines have just taken care of one front line and a damage dealer. Mutu, he better lock in, but I don't know if he can lock in enough. Random noob, he's going to have the pillow available. He doesn't need it. He finds the kill. This is Envy. They're making their move now. It was an overextension from the front line, and this could come back to haunt them.
There it is. Mutu with a quick cancel on the barrage there. That could be a misstep that cost them dearly. 2-2. This set could go either way. Not a Sincere trying to move in from the backside now. Mutu has got to be good. Another grenade into the room. A lot of pressure there.
Kills.
They need to finish this kill. Phoenix should be communicating. He needs to drop down. He needs to finish this.
Oh, Phoenix finds a clutch kill on Arubu. You've got to be wiping the sweat off your brow if you are not a Sincere fan. That was huge. Phoenix will take these plays. He will take risks, and a lot of times he will come out on top.
Dominance.
That's 8 seconds remaining, but watch out. The Zen maybe pretending that he's not ready to go in, but he's got a pillow. He's got a whirl. He's got a counter, and man, he's got Fernando. He's back on the objective. Phoenix again getting low, and he's got the assert dominance. Nick, does he use it?
Anti-heal onto the Ruckus. He's got to hold it for now. It's all about who gives first. So far, it's Rubu Mutu being huge for his team at the moment. He's in the back corner there. Big damage from Rock Monkey, but Rock has no angle.
And look at Phoenix. He's going for the shoulder bash. Rock,
he's dead.
He tries to save the damage, but he can't find it. The battering ram choice is too good. And I think, yeah, we are at another 3-3. It couldn't be closer here on Championship Sunday.
They got to find a way to communicate. They got to figure this out. NAVi, normally such a smart team in Paladins, but they have made little to no progress this time around, and no games being played on the objective here. A nice little spray in between shots there from Mr. Hayes. The second Mutu makes himself available, he's going to find a way to get her done.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with YouTube right now.
17-8 though, biggest KD in the game.
And you know what? I like the fact that
it's
they
down.
have basically all 5 ultimates on Envy. Lazy is really the odd man out, or the odd, 7-foot-tall rock woman out. Either way you want to slice it, you would describe what he's doing right now. 30% on the ultimate. That will not charge that fast. I mean, he's a front line. He doesn't get it that quickly. So they're going to have to go without that huge CC. And they start off with the scout. Envy know exactly where NAVi are.
Sir Dominance, though, deep in the back line. Finally, NAVi taking it to Envy. They want to get the pressure back on the high ground. The battle for the map has begun.
No one has stepped on the point. This is absolutely different than what we've seen. Not as Sincere have adjusted, and now Lazy is back. They feel like they have pressure. Positive pressure. They have pushed Envy back into their base. But here comes Rubu. He's got the Flame Lance, and he's got Rock Monkey, his buddy, behind him. This is a lot of damage. Phoenix has to be careful. He only has a shoulder bash to get out.
So low.
Shield cooldown used up as well. That's
Nothing's
a lot
dying.
of what NAVi want to use to take back the objective here. Relentless on the Rubu. Rubu's on the objective. Remember, his shield is down. Shoulder bash coming through. It's going to force the ultimate.
And this could be it. I think he might find it. Rock Monkey gets Phoenix. They were waiting. They were biding their time. This is not checkers, ladies and gentlemen. This is chess. The highest level of Paladins going back and forth, and they are waiting for it. Spike to get to the high ground. Misses out on creatives, but it is Rubu who finds the kill. Oh, and the reload. He can't find the kill on a Tolkien.
Out of ammunition. He can't make up his mind. Where do you want to go, Mutu? He's going back to base. 90% though for NAVi. Lazy, ever present on the objective. They gotta get letting go.
They gotta get him, and this is the moment. You have to see it happen.
You gotta
77%
charge up, dude.
if that thing gets going.
Nice. Did that go up?
Gets charged, but he dies
Did that
as
go
he's
up?
trying to use it. 99% Team NAVi. They are
Did
about
it go
to go
up?
down here to NAVi. They need to step on the point and fast.
It's time, Team 1000 online. Mutu drops one shell before he's eliminated there. Rock Monkey with 2, Rock Monkey with 3. Sean Moswell stepping up to the plate and knocking it clear out of the ballpark.
Looking to find 4 here. He needs it. Seismic crash. It does hit. And now it's Creatives versus Rock Monkey.
4.
See you later. NAVi. They might just win this fight. Another immortal. Oh, he gets it.
Holy
NAVi, they are
shit.
storming through the gates of Serpent Beach, and they're locking it. NAVi don't have a key.
No.
And this is
They're
gonna
done,
go
dude.
the way
They're
of
done.
North America.
Holy
Championship
shit.
point. NAVi.
Holy
What an
fuck.
effort. I mean, Team Envious, round after round, they continue to adjust here. And they have fired back. They're fired up. That's 2
Holy
in a row for the boys in blue. And black and gold is looking a little shook. Communication is slowing down here. They have got to stay talking or NAVi will take this set. NAVi have one chance. They will get to select the map of where this unfolds.
The back
Yeah, you're
to
back
potentially
talking, okay,
back
yeah.
world champions are potentially getting kicked out of the tournament next round. Let's send it back to the desk after this epic game.
There we go, yeah.
Gore, I need you to hold me, buddy. Just embrace me.
I got you.
Oh, man.
So you guys excited to play Fish Market for the first time at LAN for forever?
Let us embrace what has been like instead of Church of Grover. Like let's praise Rock Monkey. Like
Praise
Rock Monkey was ridiculous.
Praise the Rock.
That game.
Oh, and I'm
That
not
was
talking about
crazy.
Dwayne Johnson. It's insane.
Why not both?
Why not both? I guess so. Why not both? Rock Monkey at the end of that game was the unstoppable force. He was the thing that Gorilla Monsoon years ago in the WWF was talking about. The question is, will NAVi become the immovable object? Because it's very clear that they are shooketh, as we all are right
They
now.
are. And it right there at the end, it was that turning around play from Rock
14
Monkey,
kills,
which
9
did turn
death.
the tide. It was a series of kills, and then getting the
Jesus.
outplay onto Lian after a seismic crash came in to help them out. I mean, I would love to see that from Creative's point of view, because we couldn't see the health bars on screen at that point. I don't know how low Rock Monkey got, and whether that was just the fact that the healing and the support from Mr. Hayes was so damn good, or whether Creatives was just
How low
crumbling
Rock
under
Monkey
pressure.
got.
Exactly.
Rock
Dan, what's up,
Monkey
man?
was like, this is the play right here. Rock Monkey was like basically
goodness.
dead. Like,
Here we go, dives in, gets the 3,
And then
then Creatives is like, aha, I see an opportunity. And then a replay ends.
just
And
a
then
little
we go
bit
back.
later is when he falls back. Like if things are getting way too close for comfort for him. I think he hits like 500 health and rolls away, and you hear the seismic crash come through as well. And it's just like, okay, he is stunned, but he is standing around the corner,
Yeah.
and Leon just gets aggressive a little bit too late. And then with the knock up, the disengage, he keeps that crosshair just off of him just long enough. And it's one of those plays like you can't make that unless you are phenomenal, and that is exactly what he has shown.
That's
Brandon
right.
Newby,
Well,
love
here
him
are your
now.
stats presented by Axis Replay. Mutu
I'm very
did
impressed.
have a great game as the victor.
I'm very impressed with Round of Noob because, like I said, Heal had 12 hours on Zin. He had 12 hours on Zin, and he's playing at this high level. Champions like that, like he's not very.
And you had explained it pretty well.
experience in that champion at all, and he did very well.
First of all, Victor on Serpent Beach is generally so safe that unless you have a flank to pressure them out reliably, you're probably going to end up taking a spill here. But what critically happened right there, and what I'm looking at just relating to the stats there, is that originally you have pressure coming up on high ground from Fernando Cassie that forces the Victor back a little bit. Mutu comes in, and then Creatives on the Lian, the one that needs to be breaking down shields and applying anti-heal, turns around to help the all-important Victor. And at that point, you have this big sustain that comes through onto Rubu's immortal Fernando. I mean, talk about a movable object. This guy just didn't die so many times.
Yes, he was so close to dying.
Yeah, everyone's still in here. Oh yeah.
Phoenix was on platform, just
Bean,
farming
Witch Mob,
away.
Healing
quick.
comes on through.
Then the Damba heals come through. Then he moves out. He's still alive. He gets on the point. Pops Immortal. Also, you gotta give love to the Damba on that, right? Like that is just Mr. Hayes. Just unbelievable. But this is your Steel Series MVP, and honestly, I think you could have picked any member of Envy in that game, and you would have been perfectly fine, production. Any member, and it's Toki here with the Ruckus.
And Toki did so much, I think, throughout the game. But first off, being able to pop any kind of Hexafire. So one of the things we've had gotten used to, I would say, at one point was people being kind of timid, afraid to ult. They didn't want to pop it. They didn't want to throw it out unless they truly needed it. But we started seeing this transition, especially in the top teams, to just throw it out there. And I think that is what he had going for him. So many moments were popped because of him making a play like that.
Yeah, this is a point C style Hexapire. Point A is you wait until the most opportune moment and you use it, and you manage to get all the kills in the world. You pick up the quadra kill, which Toki has also done, by the way. Point B style of Hexapire is no emitter, 10 health, better ult, and you slap it, and that's the PGS style Hexafire. What Tolkien's doing is using it as a momentum carry, right? He's getting into a position where he can use it, and he's going, what is the value of me just popping this here and there? Even if I just get a single kill, does that just allow us to take the edge? And sometimes that's all you need your ultimates to do is just make one pick.
Yeah, one pick. We kept saying it so many times, especially in that last fight, because there was a point in time where I think it went like a minute or so into that last round. No one got on point. It was all about that first pick. Yeah. That was the thing that was most important. So I do agree, like sometimes just throw it all out there. Lay every single like bullet and rocket that is in Ruckus's arsenal, just throw it out there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the map for our next game
Fish
here.
Market. I want to see Fish Market. Look at that, I'm good at Paladins. That's a bit of a random one.
I'm going to call it the place teams go to lose.
So for maybe some of our uneducated viewers out there, why the Navi Fish Market pick?
So for Navi and Fish Market specifically, we're reaching the end of the map pool. This is the one that Navi wants to play rather than the one that they really will begrudgingly play because they don't have a choice and they're at literally the end of no more maps available. So they probably have a composition for this one. They're probably going to look for some of the more range damage dealers, but they might have something a little bit more finicky up their sleeves. We've seen a lot of Talus be popular picks throughout the tournament so far. Nothing in the finals just yet, and I'm wondering if something like that might be coming to play on a more two-dimensional map with less verticality.
My eyes are really turned more towards Envy on this map. Like, I feel like it's one, like, Navi has played, I think they actually ban this map most of the time they get, but today, I mean, you have to go up against Envy. You can't just ban something you're uncomfortable with. You have to ban what they are good on. And this is a map where, like Vox had said, long-range damage can take a little bit of a precedent. And so you have potential to see a Strix, a Kinessa, even though I will say the Kinessa earlier wasn't crazy impressive on my end.
It was okay, though.
Rock Monkey's in. I think he's gotten warmed up. I think he's in the zone.
Here we go. Picks and bans for Fish Market. And Navi, they're getting that first ban. It is going to be Fernando. And I mean, I agree with that. And then Khan goes right away for Envy.
It's probably, the Eevee comes through again.
These are 2 target bans, by the way.
This is really tough right now. Envy, they're probably looking to take away maybe the Torvald because you have a big environmental hassle on Fish Market, which is tough. But it's the Makona that goes through. And this is Navi now looking, going, do we take the bait? Do we take the Torvald? Will it work? How can we be countered?
One of the
they go for the Ashe
things I think that actually stands for me maybe against a Torvald, and honestly against an Ashe. I mean, we've seen Navi go for Leon how many games in a row? Like, they typically have been leaning towards her first. They want to get that because you want creatives to be comfortable right now. Maybe you're trying to bait Envy into picking them, but maybe you have something else. But Torvald, those bubbles do not last long if Leon is looking at it because of the wrecker she always buys into.
Ruckus, and that will go most definitely to Tolkien.
Yeah, Cassie.
Has just been lights out. Cassie NAVi getting 2 really nice picks here to start. Strong picks from the boys in blue.
You know, we might be getting into some of the most tense Paladins we're going to see all year since the last World Championships, but we're getting into armchair picks right now. This is
They're going to pick up Leon and Ying.
Around a little bit and had these target
NAVi is going to pick up Leon and Ying.
And the realization
I'm assuming it's what they're going to do.
Overall,
yeah, Leon. And there's the Ying coming in.
That we know are what these players succeed with. Then we're just back into going with what we know. We're going to play our individual games that comes down to who can play basic Paladins better.
We were discussing that NAVi, whenever things seem to get a little dicey, they just adjust very well. I have to give credit to this North American NAVi team for adjusting just as well as NAVi has here. And well, the Torvald's been picked up, the Leanne's been picked up. Is this happening? Is this happening?
Damba, yeah.
Oh, no. Damba gets picked up.
This is quite curious actually as well, because we're seeing a Ying lapse completely. NAVi having a second pick win with Damba. Obviously confident in the fact, especially with the
they got NAVi got
steamrolled
when they had Torvald.
Rather than the Ying.
Yeah.
With Swift Spirits as well, they might be looking for a more mobile flank last pick as well, so keep your eyes out for that.
Like NAVi picked Torvald on Jag, and they got steamrolled. Like the Torvald did nothing.
I'm looking.
Actually, had Torvald, Andro.
NAVi right now. I think that's going to fit perfectly into what they.
You're gonna take Andro?
I mean, just decimate through an Inara, through a Ruckus, but he's been devoid. Like a lot of teams have been looking over him. He comes through, but
or the Victor, I guess. Well, Victor is the other option, right? And if it is the
Vivian,
if it is the Victor, then it's safer. But the Vivian is shocking to me because I mean, we look back to the Ascension Peak game and we saw NAVi able to kind of come back into that and box it out so well because Cassie just breaks down shields and Vivian is so susceptible to this sin because she has no way to escape.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the Vivian. Like I'm looking at everything she can do.
Zone.
I mean, Ruckus is the only person that Saparounce is gonna be truly effective against. Her damage is still gonna be great. It's still gonna do awesome against Cassie and Zen if she can catch them out. But I feel like her immobility is gonna play really heavily against NAVi.
But Wind Dancer Torvald could be the difference maker there. And if you can add that 40% quick zoom onto a Vivian, and she already has 30% based in her kit, she could be speeding around the map like
Lex flashbacks.
Blue Hedgehog.
Let's get some predictions.
I'm torn. I'm really torn. I think NAVi though might just have the edge here.
I'm going NAVi all in.
All right. Well, the desk says NAVi, and the fate of this final is in their hands. Will they be the first North American team to secure a Paladins World Championship, or will NAVi bring us to a best of 7 all the way to the end? Let's get hype. Let's get loud, and send it over to your casters for this fish market matchup.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. Man, I am ready, and honestly, I've said this before, I do not care who wins. I am just excited to see a great set, and this has to be going down in the record books, Nick. This is a fantastic performance by both teams.
Such a scary moment for NAVi loading into this one. Fish Market, very unfamiliar territory for this tournament.
I like Fish Market,
NAVi coming off the back of 2 straight wins. They certainly have the momentum behind them. NAVi just cannot tilt. They have to stay focused here if they want any chance at forcing Game 7.
Here it is. These are the talents selected. That will decide
Phoenix has only played that Ash.
Side of North America for the first time ever in Paladins esports history. Team NAVi could immortalize themselves here, but still history is fighting on the other side to get spunky. That back-to-back-to-back. The Phoenix and the rest of NAVi, the back-to-back. In January, they had this success, but they are against the wall. They have found a competitor that matches them each and every step of the way.
Meta Pusher's jacket is off. Rock Monkey's looking through his eyebrows. Random Noob is chewing on that bottom lip. These boys are laser
They're getting sexy over here.
The most important game of their lives, without a doubt. One of the most important moments, I think, of a lot of these young men's careers in Paladins. 45% on the objective for Team NAVi. No blood has been spilled yet.
Fish Market is a very snowballing map, and either team that gets the first objective here is going to have a chance to push pretty well into a 2-0. Right now, Rumu looks to maybe go down, but Tolkien finds Mutu. That is so much damage that is now off the board.
Nice.
What can Random Noob do? He finds a kill onto Phoenix, and Rock Monkey.
Yeah, take out the Torb first.
Over to the left and support this NV roster, but also get that dismount, which is so pivotal here on this wide.
Just sit on point,
Nobody
Donkey.
on the objective for Team Envy, but they have control.
Just sit
of
on
the
the
majority of
point.
the
Why are you
map
guys
right now,
losing so
waiting
much?
and watching for these comeback potentials for NAVi. They're really focused on these dismounts here. They are very, very not concerned with the objective here. They want to maintain map control over everything.
And he needs the counter, he needs the billow. They find the kill.
30 health.
29 health. Sign it. It's good. Envy cashing their checks today and not waiting any second later, because this is when it needs to happen. Phoenix still on the objective.
Like, they could have got the point already.
Wants to get in there, but they force him away just with the pressure.
Ultimates coming out
Look at this
already for Navi. A lot of ultimates online here. Random Noob gets the drop, but the bubble comes through. Could potentially go for the ultimate.
Just spited it.
Wise play from Noob. Moving into the top chair, and Envy will
No,
scoop
he
away
wasted
first
the
payload.
spike.
Give that one to Mr. Hayes, the Dread Serpent. He walks in and thinks he can walk out. Yeah, right, says Rock Monkey. Give anybody a kill who has R.
Look
the
at
first
that
letter of their
quad.
name, because it's Noob. It's Rock Monkey killing all of Navi. And this is the zone we talked about, Nick. This makes it so difficult to regroup and have an advantage defensively.
Rock Monkey getting in a rhythm on Cassie here. He's looked really, really good. He's played it a whole lot this set. Creative hasn't been able to get it. It's been the most frequent pick he's played of the event without a doubt. 155 on the clock here. The draft's important in this set as they ever would be here. Navi go for I think it was a really risky Vivian here. The Torvald isn't aligning right now. I just am not seeing the win condition for Navi.
Nick, this is not looking good, and losing Phoenix there that early makes it a 4v5 at the top of the hill on Fish Market. You know what I call this map, right?
What do you call
The
it?
place you go to lose.
Oh no.
Is it starting to make sense now?
Potentially could go under here. Fish Market looking to submerge Navi. And
Oh,
emerge
Rock
Navi
Monkey
as
got
the
him.
first North American world champion.
Wow, and Phoenix lands. That might just be the saving grace. 520 health, but 8 seconds. That's what they care about. He gets 2K extra thanks to the bubble. But look at this, Nick. It's a minute and 13 left. Envy, they look like they're going to 2-0 here. They do.
Jesus.
They are 2 points away from being your world champion.
They're looking good. They're looking locked in. Confidence there. Envious fans in the front row
Yeah.
as well. And where is the conversation for Navi?
Yeah, they're all
Sips of
quiet.
water here, but no one's saying anything right now. What is the plan?
Look at Lazy. I mean, he's on an island. There's nothing against him, but you're right. No one's communicating. Focused on their own job, but this is the time you need to talk and figure it out. Is there anything to figure out? Did this draft just kill them?
So frustrated right now. Navi losing 2 straight here. It's just so much momentum back. And
That was a
again, Mr. Hayes has been on
What a god.
point with these fears, preventing any contest.
He's such a
from
good healer,
Navi.
dude.
And
Jesus.
momentum. Nearly a killless round for Navi.
This is not the way you
There's
wanted to
silent.
go into an elimination game in the grand finals against Team Envy, but that is what has happened. That is what has fallen. Not
They
a
try to ban out,
make a play.
like Envy's tries to, or not Envy, Navi's trying to banning out random noob, but then just Just Rock Monkey's too good. Like they can't ban out both.
But will that light be any better than the first?
Like they basically have to
Objective here
get
troubling to try and displace her. Phoenix is going in.
like a
Changes
Cassie
last second, doesn't
Eevee
wanna
ban.
die for Rock Monkey.
That's basically what they
14
do, but then they get the
so
Fernando,
many
and
streaks
it's like-
for Navi, so many, or excuse me, for Envy at this point. It's such a struggle for Navi to be able to get back.
And this is the Fish Market flamenco here. They are dancing around the objective, but Rock Monkey, he finds Mutu again. This Vivian pick is looking just sad for Navi. This is not the team
Phoenix
we know
dashes into
that
the
are the
Dread
defending
Serpent.
world champions. This is not the team we're used to seeing. Europe's juggernauts are looking pint-sized here.
Collapse from Nana Spincier. Rock Monkey, he finds the chip in the armor, and he's more of a silverback gorilla right now. He rips it apart. Navi are falling apart. Team Envy begin the campaign, the potential final push for the World Championship.
Jesus.
Will Thanos Spunky be defeated here? Will he not get his Infinity Stone today?
Because if he doesn't get it today, I don't know if he's getting that third for a while. Envy, is it their moment to steal history? They're David, but at this point, it looks like they're about to rip the heart out of Goliath and steal his car. A minute and 55
And
seconds
steal his
now,
car.
but it doesn't look like they're going to need it. Creatives, is he going to be the first to fall? Nick?
Yeah.
He is!
Puts the helmet on. Tolkien going toe-to-toe with
He's just so
Creatives.
good, Rock Monkey.
Again, looking for the way into the back line here. He pops the scout. The gas pedal is hit. Envy are looking to break the base of
Hexafire.
Navi. One answers back, but Tolkien finds one. Rock Monkey
Get
gets
the
one of
spray,
his
dude.
own.
My God, Nick. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to make of this.
Such a good player.
Annihilation across
It's
the board.
21 streak,
North
dude. You
America
can't do
has
nothing
waited
against
for
that.
this moment. The hill is crested in so many different ways. It looks like NA are on the precipice, Nick, of doing it. Of becoming the world champions.
Good for them, dude.
The show, and they
Good
claim
for them.
the globe in Paladins.
Wow. That's crazy. I want to know what Redx thinks. That basically half his team just won, or half his old team, I guess, won Grand Finals. Wow. That was a tough match for NV, but yeah, I had money on NV. Navi played good, but they just, between Random Noob and Rock Monkey, they can't ban on both of those guys. Like, it was way too good. Look at all the empty seats. He is probably the best player in the game. I'll have to say, he's just too good. Yeah. Good for him, man. Good for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paladins World Champions, Team NV. Congratulations. What a run they had. Unbelievable stuff there. Oh, that one was decided in the picks and bans. You could tell there was a lot of discomfort from NAVi. NV just felt, honestly, just oddly comfortable with what they picked up. They had a strategy, a plan, and now they are your world champions. Vox, you gotta eat your words here, buddy.
I do have to eat my words here, but I'll go back to something which I've been looking at for a long time right now. You can't outpick, outban NV. They are so comfortable in anything, and Navi just gave them the most comfortable of comfort picks.
But I thought that NAVi was like that as well. It just, something just...
Yeah, and then they picked a Vivian, right?
That's true, that's true. And Gore, it was clinical. What they did to NAVi, just forcing them into spots that they simply were just not able to fight out of.
I mean, the way you put it before that game goes in, it's a battle of the mind, right? It's chess. It's going to be meta pusher as well as the drafting that comes through. Toki, Rubu, all putting in word for that one. And then on the other side, the conversation for NAVi, a team that is phenomenal at adapting during the middle of a game. It didn't seem like they were making that adjustment from game to game, especially towards the end there. And once that last lock-in came in, I feel like you could feel smiles just burning from envy, especially with the way the last game went. I mean, Rock Monkey and the rest of the crew just destroyed them.
They had a plan. Let's take a look at the Axis replay post-game stats for that Fish Market game, because I want to see where the numbers fall here. And I think that it's going to be rather lopsided, and it's because
15-0 Rock
one
Monkey.
Man,
15.
one mission.
Oh,
your boy,
Rock Monkey.
Rock Monkey.
Annihilation. This might just be a first, and it definitely is for the world stage. 15 kills, 0 deaths, 57,000 damage, at least 10k above the next highest member of NAVi. Goremeister, this is his genuine shock face. We pulled out this is our shock face before.
4 kills. NAVi only got 4
because
kills.
they were getting literally annihilated, Gore. That's why. Literally.
Annihilation.
For a reason, dude. Oh my word.
Rock Monkey on the Cassie, that is an insta-ban no matter what you do moving forward. There is no world where you let that guy get a hold of that champion, or else you are going to be feeling the pain from that crossbow.
I know the secret. I was getting coffee in the hotel lobby this morning, and look who toddles on up. It's Rock Monkey.
Okay.
It's all in the caffeine.
It's in the caffeine.
It is.
I don't know.
That hot bean water, folks.
I don't know if the hot bean water is the difference maker
and
here,
maybe the Cassie.
But I think it's just the skill. It is the skill of Rock Monkey. You know, I mean, our MVP has to be Rock Monkey.
I can't argue against it.
I can't think of anyone. I mean, at the beginning, I would have leaned towards Random Noob because of what he was applying.
And also Rubu as well. But then,
yes, well,
right there at the end, right?
Let's look at the bracket here. This is how we got to this point where NV are your champions. It all started with the domination of the Aussie nation. They took out Kanga 3-0, then went on into a slobber knocker with Team NV that ended 4-3. But we all thought that this was going to be the tallest order of this competition. NV having to defeat the Paladins World Champions in Natus Vinsur. Not going to be the case. NV outdrafted, outplayed toward the end.
Makes me happy.
Because of that, they are your Paladins World Champions.
It just goes to show that whoever can beat the Latin American representatives is the team that can win it all.
NAVi did it last. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
All they need.
So really, Latin America are the
trial by fire, right? It's the setup for the gauntlet that you got to run through to be able to do it overall. But I mean, this is just domination right there. It does also set up the contention that, you know, Space Station might be the third best team in the world right now.
Has to be.
But overall, Team NV, I mean, this is the second
well,
big
no,
championship
I wouldn't say that because Space Station almost took it from NV. So I think Space Station and NAVi would have been a really good match too.
Without a loser's bracket run through, it's something like 10 games on stage.
Yeah, well, this was that miracle run that NV was hoping for, and it all started with that Kanga win. Just you saw the practice, the studying that Meta Pusher and this squad had put toward winning this event. And now we're actually going to hear from one of the stars of this squad. It's actually going to be Rubu, who's over at the floor right now. What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Ryan Rubu Wong. He is your World Championship MVP. Go ahead and give that a nice little
Really?
voice to the
Rubu's
crowd.
MVP?
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible performance. Rubu, you did it, man. You did it, you did it, you did it. 1 year ago, you're in the Paladins Global Series, the amateur scene. 1 year later, you stand hoisting the MVP trophy.
Is it going to bring up Redux? No.
Everything is yours.
Not going to talk about purity.
To be honest, I just want to say thank you to my family for supporting me so much with my gaming career and letting me pursue my dreams of being a competitive player. Huge shout out to NV as well for allowing us to boot camp. And most importantly, I have to give a huge shout out to my team. They played amazing. They played out of their mind.
I don't know how an MVP was selected because you guys really all brought the thunder. You defeated NAVi. You defeated a team that was looking for a back-to-back world championship. This is a team you're very close with. This is a team you spend a lot of time with, talk to a lot about this game. How does it feel to defeat this team in particular?
It feels really good, especially looking up to one of their players, Phoenix. He's one of my bestest friends and someone that I look up to in the scene. So it feels really good to be able to beat them in a tournament that's as big as this.
What's next for Team Envious? What's next for Rubu?
No clue. Hopefully we get to play more games.
Absolutely, guys. Another congratulations, round of applause. Make some noise. Ryan Rubu Wong, your 2018 World Championship MVP.
There's like nobody there.
My man,
it makes me feel so bad. I don't really, like this did not want to go.
We care a lot about you players. You guys are all very...
Oh, they cut him off. They cut him off.
Well, I think what Pretty Hair was going to say is that all the casters, all you guys, you know, I come here one time a year for the World Championship, but you all here all the time. You live, you breathe Paladins, and I think it goes without saying that you guys care so deeply for these players, you care so deeply for this community. So seriously, I mean, you welcome me in every single year with open arms, and I always feel so welcome by this community and also by the talent here. You guys are world class, and it's been an absolute blast. I think that's what Pretty Hair was going to say. But guys, final thoughts here, man. What an event this has been.
I mean, every single team that shows up here, and this goes through placements, this goes through everybody that has played in the league, even to the point like all of the PGS teams, all of the console teams that have showed up, like they are the best of the best. They are one game away, one maybe slip up, one mistake on their side or their opponent's side from being able to make it onto that stage and become a champion. And NAVi just played lights out. And that is just one thing that I think is always going to be remembered. You get to watch these sets, they're phenomenal games, but the entire thing's a whole treat.
That's right.
I only ever have one ask.
All right, we're done with this. We're gonna go pug guy. We're gonna go talk to some champion players here and see what they're up to.
NAVi's still better, boys. Still better.
Incorrect.
Jeez, fucking Christ.
Alright, we're gonna wait for the donor to start up.
Alright, I have the captains already. It's
Whoa, hold on. We're waiting for the donor, dude.
Yeah, it's the donor and Jeby. Those are the captains.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'm gonna go get me food. I'm hungry.
Turn some people down here.
God.
Dude, is that real Edge?
Shut up.
Oh my god, is that the fake Edge?
Oh my god, we got so many people in here. Loki.
It's a little packed in here. We're gonna get Falcon folks too? Damn.
2 pugs, let's go.
The NA value.
How many? We got 20 people in here. Is that Carl Sagan?
NA players are a little aspired after that, bro.
just a little.
Come pug Dizzy.
Pain, roll.
Edge.
We're waiting for the donor, dude. We need more tanks.
Wait, he's here? He's coming?
Yeah, he's coming.
He's the one that wanted these. What the fuck?
I didn't know he was at home.
No, he's at home. He came home because he was sick.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to Choner actually was there.
Yes, Spawn. Yes.
He's actually there.
Yeah, where were you, Loki?
Alright, Pirates, gonna need a captain. He's not coming, dude. Or he's probably AFK still.
Probably passed out.
God bless.
Pirates? Oh, rip.
Bro, just pick someone. Dude, it's a Pirates roll. Bro, I got you. I rolled Loki and Payan.
Alright, go ahead, Loki.
There's fucking 22 people.
Easy clap.
What do you mean? I randomly rolled it.
Just shut up.
Somebody complaining.
Go ahead, Loki.
I start?
Yeah, you said Loki first.
I have a feeling that with 21 people, I'm going to be the only person not picked for either pugs.
Hey, don't worry, I'll probably join you. Don't worry, I'll probably join you.
I'll take Jeby.
Who the hell's so loud?
Why did Carl move down there? Okay. I got Sim, and I need a tank.
Who's joining and leaving?
Why are people moving?
I don't know.
Whoops.
Just say their name, dude. They're gonna move.
Yeah, I got Edge.
Fuck, do I need tank in here? Jalen T-Mac.
Oh, I didn't see Jalen. What the fuck? It's Jalen. Alright, let me get Bond. And I got Price.
Hog.
All right, let's roll again.
Roll that.
Rep.
How many do we have? 11?
Yeah, we have 11.
Yeah.
All right, 3 and 7.
Ah, for frick's sakes.
2, 4, 5, 6.
All right,
Okay, cheetahs first, I'm second.
All right, Ninju.
Neo, team 3. Steve and Gooch.
I feel like I'm not gonna get picked.
Cheetah pick 2, bro.
All right. Dex and I can't even say your name. Sorry if I butcher it. I'll just say RQ.
Bro, Carl's still there, man. That's unfortunate.
I got in, boys.
Yo, Neo.
All right.
Neo, what map you want, bro? I'll make.
Who is that?
Any map's good.
Let's do like Serpent Beach.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Beanie already made.
Beanie did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
We're playing Bright, Marsh.
Password's 12341.
Stay on left, stay on left, stay on left.
All these high level players, dude. Should we get some music going here? Get some music going. Way too loud. Let's just go to something like that. There we go. There we go. Good old Carl Sagan, dude.
Siege. Your team champion to ban.
Alright.
Shooter, your ass is drafting.
Oh no. Oh no.
If Neo doesn't want to draft,
I mean, I'll do standard bans. Like,
I'll draft. Ban Torvald, I'm not playing against.
You really want me to ban Torv?
No one likes Torvald. No one likes
Alright, alright, ban Torv.
Chill.
Yeah.
Let's chill out.
Alright.
Yeah, but you gotta play one bad game to get back into the top games, bro.
Your team's
Well, bad to
turn
the
to
extent,
ban.
you know what I'm saying?
Even have a roll.
Wanna ban the intro?
Ban Andrew Hender's awful. Ban Koa.
I mean, we got the first pick.
Just ban it, dude. I don't want to play it.
Alright.
Enemy's turn to ban.
Who's playing what? Because we have Cheetah plays DPS,
I can play tank if I have to.
RQ plays DPS. As far as I'm concerned, Dexter plays DPS.
Yeah, I can flex though, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can flex on the tank if need be.
Drogo's tank.
Nah, I go Grok tank.
That's Peyton's thing.
Alright, you want me to get the Nara or Nando here?
Nara, brother.
I like Nara better.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why is my music so loud?
We can't really play open.
Yes, we can.
Well, we can, but like, then there's no hard push through it.
Yang. I want Eevee later. So
Alright.
whatever DPS we want now, take it.
If you
Or
go
we can
back
just
there.
Just go Ash. Just go Ash.
Where's Ash? Yeah, Ash is a smarter pick, probably. Yo, Neo, because they're forced to ruckus here.
What?
I said they're forced to ruckus here. We can go like Vivian or something with Eevee.
Yeah, they're going Ruckus Damba.
They have to go ruckus.
Your turn to pick.
You want the Eevee?
Go Eevee.
You go there.
I'd say Vivian, dude. But
Yeah, I said Vivian, but I don't know. Don't lock yet.
You can lock Eevee. I'll lock
Yeah, you can lock
Customize your
Eevee.
champion.
Grok's pretty fat too.
Yeah.
You trying to Grok?
Grok or Wrecker, probably.
You
I
want
don't know what
Grok?
I'm playing, bro.
Go Vivian. Vivian.
Alright.
Yeah, Vivian's good here.
I'm doing Pugs Black Ops, so I'm playing with some high tier players. Like these are players that like are from like SK and like Renegades right now. I'm playing with a couple players that are from Renegades
Bro, this
and like
Submit
big egos.
5 beanie, bro.
Oh, I should probably trade. Gonna do.
You want the Inara or do you want to play?
I'll play
Yang?
the Inara.
Okay, I'll play the Yang.
I'm trying to play Ash. Just saying.
Yo, good battering ram, brother.
Alright.
You guys want me to go Treacherous or Mother's Grace?
Always Mother's.
Probably Mother's, yeah.
Alright.
I'm going double. You know, double Wrecker.
I'll probably start off Reju.
I don't remember the last time I saw Carl Sagan play.
Isn't he a Knesset player?
Yeah, you stopped playing Knesset since you got your nerf though.
Okay, it's still a good amount of damage.
Oh, I was talking about the scope nerf.
Oh, the scope. Oh, the scope nerf. Yeah, that was.
So I'm a Nessa player too. I don't use Eagle Eye anyways though. I don't
mean,
use.
in casual you can just, you know, third person glitch, but
Yeah.
Cheater, you know how to play now, right? Just stand on point.
Yeah, I know how to. Yeah, I know. Just sit on point, do jack all, and still win the fight.
Just go long.
Basically playing Rammus.
Yo, if they start diving you on point, bro, and you got no CD, please just get out.
I know.
5,
Just go
4,
long.
3, 2,
Far
1.
left.
And
Yeah.
so it begins.
Just kill everything.
I expect Angel lip, you know. Angel's underneath. There's 4 stack.
Andrew at mid.
Like
He's
super
no,
Yeah.
Watch out, they're playing our after now. Captain half.
I didn't escape.
Yeah, Ash goes super far left, not spec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Enemy double kill.
Yeah. Alright. Try to restabilize those.
Everything's so loud.
Andrew's on cheek.
Alright. I see where Nano is. I walled up. Never mind.
You still won.
Yeah, Ruckus is free. Nando's up mid.
They're pushing me.
I hear someone in house.
Ruckus is absolute. Ruckus is absolute.
There's one else.
I have touch.
Get this Nando.
Dama's in our back line. Dama's in our back line.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Careful for Andrew. He might be going back. Yeah, Andrew's in our back. Andrew's in our back. He's half.
I'm gonna push him.
I see him. Oh crap. I'll pull it up mid. I'll pull it up mid. Andrew dead. Andrew dead. Cassie on point. Cassie on point. He's going left. He's going left. He's low.
Come on, Aaron.
Ruck is dead. I'm backing off. I have no steer now.
You need to retouch me.
I have ult.
I'm going. I got DR dead. I have DR. I'll drop the one I'm low.
Bring Nando, they can't play after that.
Yeah.
Dama used Slither. He's
Go on
one.
left. Go on left.
Dama.
Alright. I'll start pushing. Alright, I'm coming up three. Coming up three.
Angels one. Angels one.
Alright, Andy dead. Ruck is low. He's going three-way. Ruck is dead.
Cass is absolute. Way back.
Cassie's half. Cassie's really low. Dama used Slither.
Yeah, I'm looking for Dama behind the tree.
You can
Yeah,
see
he's
reveal.
fine. Andy half.
Dumba one, kill him out.
Dama,
Dama
use
used
Slither.
Slither.
Oh, bro.
Get Nando.
Rook is really low.
You can see through spawn.
I walled off their mid door.
No, get rid of it, get rid of it. No, fine.
That's it.
Cass is one.
Whoa, where did my seat shield just go?
It's above. It's high. Somehow got high.
I'm one here behind.
I'm ulted. I'm dead. I got Nando.
Yeah, I got three.
Dead.
We still got a minute, bro. After we stay.
Yeah, we still got
I have 3 right now.
Shield bug killed me.
Yo, Nair, I'm going.
Like, why is the ult thing like that?
Just wait on it.
Just to get the info.
I'm rotating and then rotating back.
Yeah, just go far right.
Buckets have to get off high gun. Go. Push through that.
Yeah, Andy had head. He's half. Probably going three-way.
He's still one.
Angels still one.
He's off.
Cass is one. Cass is one.
Cassie dead.
Alright. I'm pushing on the cart now.
Yeah.
I have DR active.
And
Nando and
You're
kill.
behind.
Nice ult.
behind
Ball
us.
myself.
Andrew in room.
It's just like Dama.
Dama dead.
Andy. I'm in DR.
D1.
Let's frickin' go.
Good shit.
Yeah, I got rockets for you. So.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, just
starting to
spoke
build cauterize now.
Just spoke up morale 3.
Is Wrecker stuck?
Yeah,
Yes.
it stacks with Sapper.
Ash, go super far left, like all
Yeah.
the way. They're forward push there.
Yeah, you got clap last time.
Yeah, well, I didn't think forward push, and I thought I had
Capture
half
point
line. That's not bad
spawning
though.
in
I just
15 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't play
picked corner.
Carlos.
I picked corner without like realizing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna play behind you on it. I'm waiting 2 seconds to go.
Hey. Oh, they're open.
I hear Andrew right. Andrew's going. Yeah, Andrew's going to our back right.
Yeah, kill Dombo.
Yeah, he's behind us. Andrew behind. Andrew behind. He's on you. He's on you.
I'm gonna die. Yep.
I'm dead.
He's looking for me. I need to heal.
I'm backing off. I'm
He's dead.
Yeah, it's fine. You got 50%.
I'm backing off. I'm backing off.
You need to be careful right now.
Rocket's half, no shield.
Anyone play long or no?
I'm with you, RQ.
I'm just waiting for everyone to get back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Alright.
I'm going.
That's the one on point. That's the one.
I'm on point. Drop me a illusion on point.
Yeah, I'm coming.
That's the point.
Yep. Burn the stand up. Burn the stand up. Burn the stand up.
There we go. Nando dead. Nando dead. Domba slither. Domba slither. Domba 1-3. Domba 1-3.
Domba's after the one.
Andy right.
Andy on right. Andy right. Ruckus looking at me. Ruckus dead. Nice. I got point. Go up.
Get that. Oh boy.
She's one in.
I'm ulting. Tree. Get Nando.
Good out.
Cassie 1. Domba 1. Domba dead.
2 to go left.
Yeah, I'm backing up a little. Alright.
Just kill the short.
Yeah.
Is anybody on the ground?
No, nobody. You can see left. I got right in 9.
No, you can wall me up here.
That's a bad wall. Nah.
No, don't worry about it. You can see both now. Beanie, burn Beanie right now.
Get Beanie. He has no shield. No shield on Beanie.
No shield on either. You're back. Have back on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, reset. They had to spend a lot.
You can see the name.
Oh,
that's my bad. I said that so hard. My bad. My bad. Yeah. I thought you were out of there.
Oh, only 4,000 damage. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh no!
Oh god.
It's fine.
Bro, I thought I was the only one there, so I was gonna peek off of it.
What is he running?
I had Sapper up.
Oh god. Ruckus main. Get Ruckus. He's half. No shield. Oh, he went into shield.
Andrew's on 3.
Andrew top by 3.
Ruck no shield. Andy one. Just got into their back line.
Just dive. No, we don't need to dive. Yeah.
I'll have ult in a second.
I'm diving.
Ruckus ulted.
Ruckus dead. Nando dead.
Domba.
I'm dead.
Get out of here.
Ash, roll me up to high ground.
You can't kill me.
Nice. Good shit, boys.
Alright.
We wanna go to a separate draft lobby.
Lived as long as I have, you stop caring about little things like collateral damage.
Hello there.
Alright, 3 and 12, bro.
Isunara is best Anara.
Karn Rinsig, bro. Carl Rinsig. Carl's first.
What?
Your first
pick. You're picking, guys.
Oh.
Oh, the captain's run second.
We need you.
I think he's waiting on another game.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
He wants to get in big white bugs.
Yeah.
Give me
Is there any background noise?
No.
Nope.
What did you say, Carl?
Steve.
Oh, what team?
Team 1. I mean, Team 3.
Rinsing. Pick 2, bro. Your mic's not working.
broken.
Yeah.
He's typing.
This working?
Yeah.
Now it's working, yeah.
Alright, let's go for Cheetah and Substance.
Yeah, Steve, you're on Team 3, bro.
Oh.
Need you and.
He's not playing.
Wait, no, fuck. He's right there. See?
Twice already.
He fucking. Hey, chill. He fucking unmuted.
You first.
Hey.
I'm not playing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
waiting.
I'm waiting for them.
He's trying to
I meant to say RQ. Fuck off.
I'll wait for them.
Bean.
2 more, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Dream. And
Fuck it, dude. I'll play.
fine, you get in here.
What the fuck? Yo, that's fucked up. Yo, that ain't even fair.
That's not
Fuck
fair.
off.
What the fuck? You're Team 4.
No. Need you ain't playing. Fuck off. Pick another team.
Oh. Dude.
Oh my god. Alright. Fucking. Ixie and Dex.
You only get one. You only get one.
Oh,
That's unfair.
one? Oh,
That's
shit.
unfair. I'm not playing. That's toxic.
What the fuck Miami going there for?
Well, there goes that.
He says that fucking spot.
Did I get it? Am I not on either of the team again? Either of the teams?
No, they're all filled.
Got fat kidded again. Let's go. I don't know why I'm happy about that. I shouldn't. And I'm not, but.
I was scammed. I want a refund.
Yo, right here, bro. I got you.
Man, only if there was like more team
Yeah.
slots.
Let's go. Or yeah, you. Let's get in here.
Yeah, that's all it. Big oof. Alright boys, that's actually gonna be the end of it. We're gonna be done today. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below. If you haven't already, don't forget to punch the subscribe button in the face. I'll be back tomorrow, probably with some casuals or something. Anyways guys, take care. Stay awesome.